the lighting's okay. I mean, it's really bright right now, but you know, it to be like that. Cool, man. He did say that. Another day, another commission. I cannot wait for my CP 87 though. It's gonna be so nice, dude. Are they in this box? I don't remember. Sounds like they are. Well, we'll show off all the parts once he gets here. We're just chilling for now. Yo, what's up, Garfield? How you doing tonight? We got all the parts behind me here. Figured. I mean, since you're here, I guess we could start opening them, but... How you doing tonight? Beans, what the fuck? What does that even mean, man? Also, how you doing tonight, Rage Killer? Alright, so I figured once Garfield got here, we'd start opening the parts. And so now that he's here, we can start, luckily. So pretty much the switches we got here are Boba U4 Silent. So, Garfield keyboard, yes it is indeed. How's everyone doing tonight? We're gonna start opening the parts and stuff. Breeze, thanks for the follow, man, I appreciate it. So, yeah, we got the Boba U4 Silent Tactiles. Cause, you know, we liked the feel of the clicky switches, but we didn't like the click part of it. The loud ass noise, so we went for silent tactile switches. Standard kit of stabilizers right here. I got the wires over on the side here as well. Took them out. Pick a number 1 through 10. 6. And ahead of time, I lubed half of the Boba U4 Silent Tactiles because the process, especially for like 60 switches, takes like 3 to 4 hours. So, you know, we don't want to lube switches for 3 to 4 hours. That just wouldn't be fun. What are the switches? So we have Boba U4 Silent. So they're tactile switches, but they're silent. So, sorry, I don't have a great webcam, guys. You'll have to bear with me here. But that's what we got. Yo, Breeze, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. I got the number right. That was the game. Here, I'll show you guys the keycaps here, because even I haven't even opened it. See, it's still in the wrap and stuff. But I was a little bit upside down. We have GMK Belafonte. Yo, Garfield, thanks for the sub, man. Prime sub. So, GMK, they're known for like having the highest quality keycaps and stuff. So, I was really excited when Garfield wanted to get a GMK keycap set. So we can open these up just so you guys can have a peep. But pretty much, we chose a board that we thought, and the keycap set that we thought would match the aesthetic of Garfield's like logo and all that stuff. Look at this, guys. Look at all this wrap. Oh my. It's always so satisfying to take that stuff out. Put that aside for now. Got more stuff to cut. I'm sorry for if I mispronounce this. The Quill Wannabe too. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Oh, having trouble ripping this off here. There we go. Micro setter and buy keyboard things that I don't need. That's just me every time I go on Reddit, dude. Or on YouTube. It's just like full of keyboard content, and it, you know, one thing leads to another, and I end up getting another keyboard product. It's a bad habit, guys. The hobby is kind of the worst, but at the same time, it's kind of the best. Flaking with the follow, thank you very much, man. Look at this, guys. I got the GMK Belafonte blue keycaps. Look at that. Is there 2 layers or just 1? And so, along with these keycaps, right? So we got the blue keycaps. It fits the Garfield aesthetic, right? On top of that, we also have the extra novelties that come with it. So, as you guys can see here, we got little keycaps that are kind of, you know, kind of that yellow orangish kind of vibe there. And so it's got like, you know, different artwork than normal keycaps, you know, instead of just the standard legends. Ooh. So that'll fit really nice. The yellow will go on the outer edges and will fit the board, which we'll open in just a second. I'll show you guys these keycaps real quick. Orange and blue, yep. It's gonna fit his aesthetic perfectly. So those are the novelties. That's what they're called. But on top of these keycaps, right, there's more keycaps, yep. That's the crazy part. We have a few artisans to go along with it. Looking on Amazon? No, so what's difficult about looking stuff up in terms of keyboard stuff is that there's not really one place to look, unfortunately. But if you guys are interested in keyboard stuff and like looking at different products, I believe the command is !keyboard guide, and that has a list of a ton of vendors and stuff that you guys can look at as well. How long does it take to build a keyboard? So if we manage to find parts in stock, man, this box is really hard to open. I might just rip it, but okay, never mind. If you find all the parts in stock, then you know you're ordering individual parts. Probably could take like a couple weeks, you know, for all the stuff to come in. But if you order stuff in group buy phases, then it's kind of like a pre-order. That shit can take like over a fucking year if you do group buys. But so this is an artisan keycap we found off Etsy. Came in a nice little case. It's a nice orange cat paw print, which is really nice. If you're asking how long the build time takes, it really depends on the board, but I would expect this one to probably take like, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours. We have here also a black ice keycap, you know, Garfield's signature game. We have to get something Siege themed. We also tried DMing this guy on Etsy. Papillon, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the shout out. We also tried DMing this guy on Etsy, and because he made like operator keycaps, you know, for like he had like thermite and sledge listings as well, and so on the listings too, he had pictures of all the other operators. So then I messaged the guy, I'm like, hey, can you make a dock one? And he just never responded. So, you know, his loss. Fuck that guy. What is the actual is the actual R6 one? I don't really know what you mean. Are those? But if you're asking if these black ice keycaps are still available, they should be. You can just go on Etsy, and then just look up black ice keycaps, black ice artisan keycap. They have like, they have enter keys as well. I don't know if they have space bars, but they might. It's pretty nice. I'm happy with how this turned out. I'm sorry the webcam's not great, guys. Doesn't really focus when I need it to, unfortunately. It's just another webcam, so. And then the last artisan, though, is a Garfield, not a Garfield, but, you know, orange cat in a box. It's really cute. Sound test of the boba switches on TikTok, and they sound heavenly. I hope you meant heavenly, not heavily. But, you know, heavy would imply thok, and that would be nice, too. But you know, they're silent, so theoretically, you wouldn't be able to hear them at all. Not actually, but, you know. Ooh, I don't want to drop those. Hold up. I'm going to put these keycaps aside because the keycaps are always the icing on the cake. That's what we'll be putting on last. And so as I'm going through the building process as well, like, I'll do my best to explain what exactly I'm doing. We have here also, these are really cool. Everyone loves these. Custom coiled cables. Yo, X, thanks for the sub, man. Yo, wait, Garfield with the gifted subs. Yo. Thanks a ton, dude. Jack laughs louder. Volt V all got one. Thank you very much, man. So, but here we got a custom coiled cable with an aviator connector. So we got, oh, it's kind of blocking it. We got the baby blue cable with yellow heat shrinks and stuff on the side. So, you know, another Garfield themed cable. I've never gifted subs. Well, that just makes it all the more flattering. Thank you very much, Garfield. Alright, so now, for the part that I'm sure everyone will find the most beautiful, or the right before it, I guess. So this is the PCB, though. This is the, this is kind of like the computer part of the keyboard. You know, we'll be plugging in the cable and all that stuff. It's hot swap, 65%, quite nice. But okay. Enough of that. All that stuff, that was boring. You know, we don't care about all that other stuff that we just showed. The only part that we actually care about is the keyboard, guys. Is the keyboard. We want to know, what does the keyboard look like? What does the board itself look like? So this is from KBD fans. It's 65% board. We got ourselves a D65. So check this out, guys. There's a ton of extra parts here that we'll have to go through, but we can look over those parts in a second. So, you know, stabilizers and some like screws and stuff in this one. Have I soldered before? Yes, I have. So I have a soldering iron right next to me as well. Just when I do solder boards. My next two keyboards that I'm building are both solder as well. I've only done soldering like a couple times. My joints aren't that great, but you know, they get the job done. So here we have some case foam that will be going, I think, between the PCB and the plate. And then I think, yeah, another set of foam here that goes behind the PCB. So we got a lot of foam, guys. This is for sound dampening reasons. We have here I believe this is polycarbonate or POM. I don't remember. It's not made of metal. It's like a flexible plate. Because typically, when you're choosing between different materials of plates, the more rigid ones are going to sound a little bit higher pitched, while the more flexible ones are going to sound a little bit lower pitched. Going to sound deeper. So, you know, it's going to really nail in the silent part of it. But finally, the case. Ooh, the case. You guys will like this. When I saw this too, the color matched Garfield's aesthetic a lot more than I thought it would. I'm glad I didn't try to build this. Yeah, it's a lot of parts. It's a lot of parts. But, you know, once you've done it a couple times, you get used to it. But look at this, guys. 65%. This is like the perfect... I feel like this is the perfect color for Garfield. Guys, look at the back here. Look at that brass weight, guys. Some heft. The front as well. So I'm excited. I've been craving ever since Louder's keyboard build. I've been craving more keyboards, which was only on like what, Saturday or Sunday. I did not build it that long ago. We've been building a lot of keyboards here. This is going to be, I think this is going to be my 10th keyboard actually, guys. I feel like I could build a key, but I'd probably break something. I have to buy another. You know, actually, the building process, a lot of the kits, You know, this is definitely, like, I think actually one of the more complicated kits. Most of the time, it's actually pretty easy. You can find, like, kits that are, like, mostly assembled, and so it's actually pretty easy for the most part. This is, like, one of the more complicated ones, I'd say. But, yeah. So, we'll move all these boxes out of the way, and so we'll start with the stabilizer stuff. The stabilizers, for those who don't know... I'll grab these wires here. Actually, let me grab the paper towels as well. These are the prelude switches as well. Those are the ones that we did in advance, because again, I don't want people to sit here for 3 hours watching me lube switches. That would just be really boring. So, some water. Okay. So the stabilizers are keys that are like these little wired things that go under larger switches, such as like the space bar, the enter key, the left shift, and the backspace, like those larger keys, and so it essentially prevents them from wobbling side to side. So they're pretty important though. On most production boards, they sound like really rattly and like all that stuff, and it sounds really gross. And so it really does make or break a board most of the time. And actually, in advance, we also did something called the Holy Mod, which is it's like you put like little pieces of band-aids inside of some of these stabilizers. So I'll hold it up. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Probably not. Maybe if I hold it up to this one. Kind of. Not really, because I know what I'm looking for. So if you guys like look really closely, there's like a little piece of band-aid on the inside there, and so that's just supposed to prevent some of that rattle. My first desk before I buy a new keyb. Building desks, you know, those are like troublesome just because I feel like most of the time you need like another person with you. Keyboards, you know, I just chill in my room, and a pretty simple process. So. I guess we'll just start. We'll just start with we'll be lubing the stabilizers. Pretty straightforward. Yes, that's right. People buy actual lubricant in order to put on keyboard stabilizers, and so that's going to help some of the sound properties. It sounds ridiculous, but you know it's the most common practice in keyboard making. Is lubing. Thoughts on lasagna? Overrated. I know I'm building a keyboard for Garfield, but I just, you know, I can't stay quiet about it. Has anyone here ever built a custom keyboard or knows how to? Or watched anyone, I guess? Or is this most people's first times? It makes my ass die. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's all the extra steps that like the extra maintenance that goes along with it. You know, you're not just eating lasagna. You're like preparing yourself. I don't know. It's too many extra variables when it comes to lasagna. It's too much. First time for most, yeah? Oh, almost dropped something. What did I drop? Oh, I see it. Yeah, sorry about that. Built my friend's keyboard, only broke one switch. Have I broken any switches? Have I? I mean, I've like bent pins before, but like you can just use some tweezers and straighten them. So I don't think I've broken any switches. I've over-lubed some for sure. We'll be lubing the stabilizers and the switches. We'll be lubing a lot of stuff tonight, guys. Some of you may or may not like that. Also, are these guys, you know, selling a desk in chat right now? Is that what's happening? He just doesn't have an escape key? Jesus. You know, that sounds pretty important. This is the stream I didn't know I needed. That's what I'm saying, guys. Don't underestimate the lubing streams. They're kind of hog. So just to explain what I'm doing a little bit here as well. All I'm doing is I'm just wiping some lube on each part of the stabilizers, I guess. Pretty much wherever these like stabilizers make contact with the other part of the housings. So these little stems, of course we got the clear ones so that it's hard to see, but these like little stems here, God, it never focuses well, go inside of these little housings, and so where they make contact with each other is what we're lubing, just so that it reduces any of that scratchiness, any of that rattle and all that stuff. Just makes it smoother, and that's what we're going for. So does anyone in chat have a mechanical keyboard by chance? You know, like a gaming one or anything like that? Making a nail. Alright, sounds good, dude. Garfield's on the grind, as always. I know, for example, Rage Killer has, if I do recall, there were dragon fruit switches. Oh wait, I already lubed that one. Also Tsunami, how much is this build? So, let me think here. So we got the D65, so the case, and like the, like the keyboard case itself, that was, I want to say a little bit over 300, like 320, 310 or something. USD, I'm gonna be speaking in USD terms here. The keycaps, including the novelties, I want to say, it's like a harder number. I don't remember the exact number. Maybe it was along the lines of like 250 or something. I don't know if, no, probably not that much. Maybe like some like a little bit over 200. We got the switches for probably like 60, 50 or 60. Was there anything else? Oh, yeah, and we got the cable. The cable was about 60-ish, and the artisan, so like the little cat and stuff, these guys. God, how much were they? I mean, total we're probably looking at around $50 or something for those artisans, for the 3 of them. I don't remember the exact numbers. I really don't. But we're looking at like a, trying to think here, like a $600, $700 build or something. RK61. Right now you have a Logitech keyboard. I'll build one after desk. I do recommend it. It's a I feel like it's a very interesting experience. RK61, I don't, what is that? Is that like a Red Dragon keyboard or something? I mean, I will say, for those who don't already know, getting a custom keyboard provides no like performance benefits, just so that everyone's aware here, right? You get the keyboard for personalization reasons. So, theoretically, any type of keyboard would be the budget killer for custom keyboards. Anything would be. What is this RK71? I don't know what these are. They sound like Red Dragon keyboards, though. What was my first keyboard? I think I got like one of the cheap Razer ones. I mean, before that I was on a laptop. I used to play on a laptop, and then I got like one of those cheap Razer ones. That was my first. And then I got one of the mechanical Razer keyboards. And so they were all like full sized at that point. And then I think I had a Ducky for a very short period, but I didn't really like it because I had like the blue clicky switches, which everyone like. If you guys have heard clicky switches, you guys know how annoying those get for everyone in the Discord. So that one did not last long. And even now, it's not like I use a lot of these custom boards that I have. I think I have like 6 right now and 2 unbuilt. Oh, not me. Okay. I don't like, for example, this board that I have right in front of me here, I don't use it for like competitive gaming and stuff. So when I'm playing like Valorant or CSGO or, you know, Siege or Apex, I don't use keyboards like this. I still use a Razer keyboard actually for when I do games and shit. I used blues for like 3 months and I'll never touch them again. I know, right? It's actually unbearable. It really is. Like everyone in the Discord just hates it, dude. Even the one using them, just like, oh my god. Never will I ever touch clicky switches again, guys. Oh, you guys will like this. This is the when you're doing the stabilizers, you know, you get a nice click. Oh, I gotta wipe this in. There you go. Lube that guy up. Get a nice click of the wire in there. Oh, don't slip out. It's so slippery. My hands are already covered in lube. So nice. The click is so nice. Browns might be my favorite. Is this a troll? Guys, okay. Garfield did the same thing. I just wanna, okay. I don't know if, sorry if I mispronounce this. What? I'm just gonna say Kronos because I think those are just like sidebars. Kronos here says that he likes the Browns. Arkstar says he likes the Browns. I just want to make this I want to make this clear amongst everyone here, because I know yeah. MX Browns, guys, do not get that switch. MX Browns are the curse of the mechanical keyboard community. Okay, you will get clowned for using MX Browns. They are the biggest meme in the mechanical keyboards community. I tell y'all. Garfield, I remember, guys, when we were picking switches, he unironically was like, yeah, MX Browns. And I thought he was joking. I literally had to ask him, like, dude, are you trolling me? Like, yeah, guys, don't get MX Browns. They suit the needs of nobody. You know, whatever you're looking for, there's guaranteed a better switch out there than MX Browns. Whatever kind of feel you're going for, whatever sound profile you're going for, there's always better options than MX Browns. Always, there always will be. I'll give you all another click. Oh, that was so silent because it's so lubed. It's probably harder to hear. That's what happens when you overlube the shit out of stuff. Not overlubed, but you know, it's this shit, guys. This stuff's drenched in lubes. I like Gateron yellows. Gateron yellows are nice, actually. They are the budget kings. For like 60 switches, or sorry, 70 switches, you can get them for like $17 or something on novel keys. Like, they're actually known as the budget kings, guys. If you're looking for linears on a budget, get Gateron yellows. Those are the ones. If I were doing a budget build, I would be recommending that for sure. Can't even hear it. It's so overlubed. You can't even hear the click, guys. I might do Gateron yellows when I build one. Don't know yet. Yeah, I would recommend it. If you do decide to stretch your budget past the Gateron yellows, other great linear switches. In my most recent build, I did from Kinetic Labs Hippo switches. Those ones were really good stock. Like you don't even need to lube them. They're like really good. I would highly recommend those ones as well. You want to try speed silvers? I do have a friend that has speed silvers. For me though, like when I'm just like, because when I use keyboards like this, like I'm typically just using it for like typing or like other uses besides competitive gaming. Like, they're too fast for me. Like, I like to, I don't know, too sensitive. I feel like I'm not getting enough out of it. I feel like I'd have to be a real touch typist to use that stuff. I do know some people that have speed silvers though. Nope, something was deleted spamming symbols. Oops. The keyboard that you built has MX Blacks. I've never tried MX Blacks. I mean, typically I don't run switches like from Cherry. So, yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with a lot of the Cherry MX switches. We'll say. So in this board here that I have in front of me on the entire top row except for the backspace and this X key on the far right, it's filled with different switches from the switches that I like the different switches that I used. I can type like I can put it up to the mic after I'm done with these stabilizers. But they all have different switches from all the keyboard builds that I've done over the How long has it been since I built my first keyboard? It's been over a year, I'd say. So, after all the builds that I've done for the past year, I guess. Those are all the switches. So it consists of like Zelios, Telios, Roselios. I'm probably just gonna spew a bunch of shit and you guys won't know what I'm talking about. MX Reds. Honestly, I think if I were to get a cherry switch, I would probably get MX Reds. I'm not even gonna lie. I've heard they're a little bit they're like pretty scratchy, but I could probably lube them and they'd be okay. Not that I would like want a cherry MX switch, because if I did, then I feel like that defeats the purpose of a custom keyboard build, because you can just get cherry switches in every other gaming keyboard, you know. But if I did have to get, gun to my head, probably get the Reds. Lubed ink blacks. Ink blacks. I have the Gateron inks, if you're referring to the ink black, like, if that's what you meant as ink blacks. That's going to be used in my next one. I'm building in a grid 650. I don't know if I want to do it next week or something. I probably will do it next week, but I actually lubed half the switches a couple nights ago. Was it yesterday, actually? No, it was on Sunday, I think it was, or Saturday. And I lubed half of the Gateron inks. Those ones are really good stock too. Sorry, I wasn't reading a lot of the chat. My bad, guys. Or like not above. I missed some of it. I don't know a lot about switches. What is the best switch for gaming? Best switch for gaming. I mean, like honestly, like I would recommend if you just want a keyboard solely for gaming, and you just want the best performance for gaming, like I would probably say like get like a Cherry MX Speed Silver, or you could get one of the keyboards made by Logitech, Razer, or HyperX, where they make their own switches. So like Logitech has their own switches, Razer and HyperX does as well. So when I do competitive gaming, I run the Razer Red Linears, just because they're so fast, and that's what I like about them. They're really smooth as well, but they do have like little stabilizer things on them that make that make noise and stuff a lot. So whether or not you like that is up to you. What I thought about doing was taking a HyperX keyboard, desoldering the red linear switches, like the gaming ones though, and soldering it onto another like a custom keyboard. That's like, you know, I thought it'd be a cool project for like a, you know, as like a super gaming but like also custom keyboard. But I have yet to do that. I don't know if I want to yet. It sounds very expensive and time consuming because I would have to get a HyperX keyboard, you know, and then another keyboard and stuff. And there's so many like specifications too. I feel like that I would have to, because like there's also like extra stuff that I'd have to desolder. And I'm not entirely sold on it yet. Y'all not rocking with office keyboards? Man. You know, like I use the keyboards like, you know, back when I was in like computer sciences, and you know, we'd be playing like Minecraft or was it Krunker? I don't remember the name of it, so long ago. And man, those keyboards and mice, dude. I just don't know how anybody can use it. No, you know, even like if you're that down bad at video games, like or in terms of like peripherals or whatever, like you gotta have like an Xbox controller lying around or something. Like it's honestly better than using those office mice and keyboards. Like, actually, guys, or like Red Dragon keyboard kits are like mouse and keyboard bundles are like probably like sub $40. I hate your keyboard right now. It's a bit bulky. When I move your hand far to the left, when flicking it in game, I ram my hand into it and it hurts because I have a aluminum metal frame. Yeah, I feel ya. Like, when I used to play on full-sized keyboards, like I tilted it as much as I, you know, comfortably could, because, I'm gonna wet my hands a bit. Just because it was, yeah, the numpad and stuff, it just stuck out way too much. And even when I switched to a TKL, it was still a little bit too big. So I did end up going with the 60% just for gaming, just because, you know, having that extra space, especially since I'm an arm aimer, I play on a lower sensitivity, I need as much mouse space as possible, so I run 60% now. High school keyboards and mice got me through cool math. I'll be caught dead before I touch another office keyboard and mouse. I know, for real. I mean, I have so many custom keyboards, I have no excuse to run, you know, anything office related. Let me show you guys actually, you know, if we're talking bulky keyboards here, I will get the chunkiest board that I have. Give me a second. Oh, these are backwards. No, I just put them backwards again. I could get by with the TKL, which is what I might go with. Yeah, I mean, I will say that when I'm on a 60%, I do miss the arrow keys and the function keys a lot. All right, so this guy here is the chunkiest boy that I have. You can see that. Also, it runs wirelessly too, and it has this like LED screen, which it's super overexposed because of the lighting situation in my room right now, but these are like, you know, colored LEDs and stuff. This guy is chunky. This isn't even my heaviest one, but I'd say it's like, it has the largest footprint on my desk, you know? It's the biggest, widest one. It's not the heaviest. The heaviest one I think I have is like 8+ pounds. What is that? This is a cyberboard, so it's actually, it was designed like inspired by the Cybertruck. Kind of like it. Yeah, I mean, aesthetically and like acoustically too, like I really love the sound of this board, and just like I like the aesthetic of it too. This is like one of my end games, but yeah, that's the chunkiest boy I have. If we're talking chunky keyboards, I had to pull that up. I really like that board. That's one of my favorite boards. I think that thing was wide. Okay, so I guess I should explain this too. So I put together these stabilizers here, and there's two types of stabilizers. There's clip-on and there's like PCB mount. So like PCB mount is when you're screwing them into the PCB, the computer part of the keyboard, right? But plate mount is the plate is like this little frame here, and so plate mount is like when they would essentially like clip in to the plate, like clip in, like you just put them in and they're there. These ones you'd have to screw in, and because these are screwed in, they're more stable. So generally speaking, the screw-in stabilizers are going to sound better. Generally speaking, so just for those who didn't know, for those who would like to know, I guess, as well. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Before I put on the PCB as well. So are these the gaskets? Okay, there's a lot of parts here, I will say. Okay. So not that. Those are the screws. This is the foam. This is more foam. I wonder if this is it. I would kill for someone for a cyberboard. Oh yeah. It's like I got super lucky with the cyberboard. Wasn't it out for a limited time for sale? Yeah, so pretty much almost all keyboards aren't made by large companies. There are a couple nowadays, especially recently. Like for example, the Glorious Gaming like GMK Pro. That one's like a something that comes back a lot, very frequently. But generally, oh my god, it's so dark. Oh, these are gaskets. Okay. But generally, most keyboards are designed by just like regular people in the community, and they get places to produce them, manufacture them, and so because of that, they simply are they're essentially like made to order. And so they're not in stock. They typically aren't kept in stock. So that's what makes them a little bit difficult. It said that it came with some like PCB like things for the desk, but I can't really. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on this light above. There we go. Hopefully that's better too. It's starting to get darker over here, and it helps me see a little bit better. Okay, so this doesn't have it. Maybe it's in the box over here. I'm gonna take off these earbuds real quick. Probably don't need it. Is there a major difference in sound when you lube stabs with dielectric grease instead of regular switch lubes? So, I think like as long as if you're using a thinner lube or something, such like for switches, or that you would typically use in switches, so like Crytox and stuff, as long as you're compensating it by just you're just adding more lube, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Unless like for example, so what I did for my stabilizers is I did the holy mod, which is you're putting a piece of Band-Aid on the inside of the housings, and so that in of itself is already going to be pretty mushy. Kind of like you have to break them in for sure, but dielectric grease is a lot thicker than normal switch lube, and so adding dielectric grease would just make it too thick, would make it too mushy. So because I'm doing the holy mod, that's why I'm doing the switch lubes, is because it's like Crytox 205 grade 0 is thick, but it's not like overly thick. And so I would recommend that you do try something a little bit thinner than dielectric grease when you're doing the holy mod in your stabilizers. Otherwise, I almost always did dielectric grease in my stabilizers before anyways. So, it's not inherently a bad thing to use dielectric grease. So I don't see. I thought there were like little cutouts for like the foam or like to go onto the PCB, but I don't really see them. So that being said, I think I will just have to get little pieces of Band-Aid. So give me a second, guys. I'm gonna grab some Band-Aids. There we go. So I got like a big thing of Band-Aids the other day, just because I kind of felt bad because I kept using like my family's Band-Aids, and I don't know, for like my keyboards and stuff. is a blocked word by Twitch. That's ridiculous. Wait, is it? You just said lube. I was going to ask, are you modding Garfield's keyboard as well? So, a lot of Garfield's stuff, or keyboard stuff, like, had his keyboard not come with, like, these foams and stuff, I have foam in my closet that I would have used to fill it. And, for example, I'm lubing the stabilizers. I did the Holy mod. Right now I'm about to Band-Aid mod the PCB. I lubed all of his switches, or half of them, and I'm going to lube the other half on stream today. So those are like the types of modifications I'm going to do. But to the case itself, I don't think I'll be making any modifications because the case, it comes like we chose a specific plate for. It comes with gaskets and it comes with foam. But if it didn't, then I would have added like the foam to it and stuff. But because a lot of it comes with the stuff, thank you for the posture check. Because it comes with a lot of that stuff already, I don't need to make those modifications. But had it not come with the foam, then we would have, you know, added foam or and whatnot. It's censored word, not blocked. Interesting. That's so weird that like they're like, no, you can't say the word, or you can't say the word lube, but like hot tub stream. Which is funny. Yep. So pretty much what we're doing here, guys, is I can better explain it once it's like on the PCB. So pretty much these stabilizers here, you know, if you can see, they go like up and down, right? It's so reflective because of the light, but if you guys can see, it's going up and down. And so when it goes to the bottom, it bottoms out onto this PCB here. And so what we're doing is we're putting band-aids on it, and we're gonna put some like grease over it, and that's gonna make it like that's just gonna like soften the impact when it hits the PCB. So I had seen in one of the build videos that, you know, it had come, or like someone had gotten like cutouts for the PCB here, just like so that they can put the it wasn't like specifically Band-Aid, but it was some sort of material that like softened it. But I don't see it here, so we'll just use Band-Aids, and I mean it does the same thing, so it's no big deal. It's not like one's better than the other. But yep. Yeah, if you guys have more questions about what I'm doing or like why, feel free to ask, because yeah, there's so much stuff about keyboard stuff that is like it can get really confusing a lot. So like I understand, because I remember when I was like first starting, there was just it was also like pretty daunting too to build my first keyboard, just because I had never done it before, right? And so I didn't want to like break anything or fuck anything up, but you know it's actually pretty easy. And so that's kind of why I got into it, because I realized just like how simple it really was. It wasn't, you know, wasn't rocket science. Thank God it wasn't. I'm not a very smart guy. At least like books wise. There we go. Oh yeah, and these holes go here. Would have noticed when people build in keyboards and videos, they don't show a lot of harder work that goes into it. Fun but expensive hobby. Yeah. So, yeah, some of the process like does get pretty frustrating. So that's actually why putting the pieces of band-aids inside these like little housings, right? Like this is the band-aid for scale, guys. Like they're not big. Like these housings are tiny, right? So I have to like use these little tweezers to slide in the band-aids, and it gets really frustrating and it takes really long. Like the process typically takes around like 30 to 40 minutes. Um, and so like that's something that like that's why I did it in advance, because I felt like it would be a really boring thing to watch, and also to like I get like really frustrated when I'm doing it. So just doing it beforehand uh, just makes the build like a lot easier and stuff. But I do understand why some like keyboard builders wouldn't show some of that stuff, just because again, like especially for people like not actually doing it, it like looks really boring or looks kind of pointless sometimes. It's like I do understand where they're coming from. And then in terms of fun but expensive hobby, yeah, I would say like, uh, it is expensive, like to a degree. Like I often say like you can get really nice keyboard, like custom keyboards. One of the one of the pictures on my like initial tweet when I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing commission builds now. Um, One of the keyboards on that build was it was like $250, and it looked like a really nice board. Like you can get nice boards, that's not like super expensive, but the thing about keyboards when people say it's expensive is, I'd say like a better way to describe it is just that the prices can climb like really fast. They add up really quickly. If you're like, oh, these switches, they're only like $20 more, and like they're supposed to be like sound way better or something like that. And then it's like, oh, well, this keycap set looks really nice. Oh, look at these artisans, look at these novelties, look at these custom coiled cables. It adds up really quickly. And like the ceiling gets very high. The ceiling is very high as well. So I think like that's kind of the better way to describe it, just because you can get really nice boards for cheaper, but the prices just climb so fast. It is kind of insane sometimes, we'll say. I'm underrated. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. It is very nice of you. Go. So yeah, we just lubed the bottom of that, and then that's just to again soften the blow kind of when you're pressing down on them. And it's pretty simple. You just kind of slide them in. There's typically a click when you put them in, but sometimes not. This one did, but there we go. So there's that click. And then you just screw them in. Pretty simple. But again, keyboard stabilizers, like your board, a lot of people in the stabilizers are huge. If you have bad stabilizers, then it essentially like ruins the aesthetic of a board. It really is frustrating when you've had like really nice like space bars and stuff that don't rattle, but then when you have a board that does have that rattly space bar or whatnot, it's just the most frustrating thing, especially when you're doing the modifications yourself, because there's like a million ways of modifying these stabilizers, right? We're almost an hour into this keyboard build, guys, and the and we're still just screwing in the stabilizers, and we haven't even tested them yet, right? You can just spend hours, and I have myself spend hours just testing and like messing with the stabilizers, and you could just get no results. That is like the most frustrating thing, like as a keyboard builder. Like every time I do a keyboard like build, guys, you'll learn that the keyboard build is pretty much half the time I'm building the keyboard, and the other half I'm just complaining about how bad the stabilizers are. Aren't there cases that go over 1,000? Oh, Mech Market. Okay, so you know about Mech Market. So let me tell you guys something about Mech Market, guys. So you guys know how I said a lot of the keyboards, right? They go for like limited time runs, right? So they're limited time, and once they're gone, they're pretty much gone, unless like they sometimes for really popular boards they'll do a second run, but every time like they do these like windows to buy them as well, they can sometimes, especially during coronavirus, like they took over a year like parts to ship to people, right? And you know, like that's that's just like it's a very lucrative market to flip keyboard parts and like keycaps and switches and cases. It's very like I myself I don't like encourage this, but because like this was like a how do I put it, like I bought a keyboard case, and then the cyberboard went on sale, and then I ended up getting the cyberboard, right? Oh, this one's backwards. And so then I ended up not needing the case anymore, and so I didn't have anywhere else to sell it, so I sold it on Mech Market. But you know, I bought the keyboard for $300, and then I sold it for $450, right? Like you can flip the keyboards for quite a lot of profit. And I will say this too: when I posted that listing, the listing was less up for like less than 5 minutes, and it got taken down by moderators because the title was wrong. And even with that being up for less than 5 minutes and it was taken down by the moderators, I got 3 messages about the keyboard, like for people to buy it. Like and so because of things like that, people do, like, people buy and sell keyboards, like flip them, you know, I guess that's kind of scalp, I guess. Even though it's not like a limited quantity, it's more just like they're flipping them because it's not like there's a limited quantity of keyboards most of the time. And so like that's why you will see keyboards on Mech Market for over $1,000, is because people will buy keyboards. So like, for example, the cyberboard that I showed you guys, that would definitely sell for over $1,000 because you know the run has already ended. It's a very unique board. It was expensive to begin with, and so people will, you know, often flip the keyboards for over twice the price, like very frequently, and that's just what happens. So boards that you guys will see for over $1,000 on Mech Market, which is a subreddit, just to be clear for everyone here that doesn't know, those will be like Key Cult, TJR, Jelly, like those, like you really premium type boards, you know, those ones will be crazy. Reddit is ruthless. Yeah, Reddit is you know, and like, you know, I mean, I myself, like, I've bought a lot of parts from Mech Market though. That's the thing, is that if you want to get keyboard parts that like aren't around anymore, you know, that the group buy is already ended and they're not going to run around too, or you don't want to wait like over a year for your parts, like for specific parts, you know, not every part's going to take a year. Mech Market's the only place you can go to. I spent a long time trying to type that message. It is TBH. Yeah, that's funny. But what was I saying? I mean, yeah, I guess I was saying, yeah, Mech Market is the only place you can go to though, which, you know, does kind of suck. But so I've bought myself keycaps and desk mats and boards. Actually, you guys want to? If you guys want, I'll show you guys my newest board that I plan to build in a couple weeks. That will be like my favorite board up to date once I build it. I'll show you guys in just a second. I'm screwing in the stabilizers right now. Okay. So these are the stabilizers, by the way. This right here is a CB87. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Sakabato. This is a TKL in like navy blue. Look at this, guys. This guy without any of the parts inside is over 8 pounds, because see that plate? That's brass. This bottom piece is brass. It's all really heavy. Oh my god. I got this guy off Mech Market though. This is a solder board. Over 8 pounds without any of the parts in there. So that guy I got off Mech Market. And also the other build, the Grid 650, I also got off Mech Market. I have desk mats over there that I have from Mech Market. Keycap sets as well. I get a lot of stuff from there. I only know all of this because of TikTok. I learned about keyboards from Switch and Click and Homogeneo. That's a great looking board. Thank you. I'm very excited for that board. That board will be my favorite board once I build it. You guys should. So, for the switches that I'm going to use in that board, I took 2 different switches, and I swapped like the stems and the housings for them, and I'm gonna like modify them, of course, as well. Put in films and lube them and stuff. And so those are gonna be the switches that go into that board. I'm very excited. That will be my favorite board to date. All right, so we're gonna put in the stabilizers and the switches and test them. But Switch and Click and Homogeneo, they are very good content creators as well. I will say that I do find Switch and Click's like, if I'm not mistaken, Switch and Click is the like the Asian girl that does the videos, right? I do find her like tone kind of a little monotone, and it's like, for me, that's a little bit boring. But she does make like good videos, like they're informative, and like, you know, when it comes to like, and like she does explain a lot of things about mechanical keyboards like very well. I just you know, I do watch her videos when I need to learn something, but not like for entertainment purposes, just because I kind of find it a little bit boring. Homogeneo, I think he makes really good content too. His boards are really sick. I love his editing too. If you guys check out my typing tests in my YouTube channel, !YouTube, I model like the overlay that I have for the typing tests after Homogeneo's, because he has like this overlay, this like transparent overlay for his typing tests, and I model that after his. But yeah, both are really good content creators. So yeah, I only use hers for learning. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, she makes good educational videos and all that stuff. All right, we're gonna test them though. We're gonna test these. I don't want to take too long, guys. Yeah. The typing tests that I have there are for are modeled after Homogeneos. So, and then in regards to best place to buy keycaps, make sure these are all fully inserted, balanced. What was I trying to say? So again, if you do the command keyboard guide, there's a list of vendors, because there's not one place to buy keycaps. But I will say, when I'm looking for keycaps, typically I look up like a certain colorway, or like I'm scrolling through Reddit, just looking at different keyboards, and like if I see a keycap set I like, typically in the comments of that Reddit thread, they do leave the specs, and so they do leave the keycap set, and so then I do try to find it based off of that. But that keyboard guide does have direct vendors, and so you can look at all those vendors, and they all have a different selection of keycap sets and stuff. My favorite vendor is probably Novelties. I go there very often, but like, yeah, what I do is I go on like Google Images or Reddit or something, and then I just try to find one that I like, and then from that point, if I see something I like, then I try to look for it and stuff. Unfortunately, there isn't like an easy way of browsing and stuff. But if you are having trouble finding keycaps and stuff, then you can like shoot me a message on Twitter or something, and I can do my best to try and help you find something. Wanting a black keycap set with gray accents? Maybe look up GMK Oblivion. You might like that one. GMK Oblivion is definitely a very popular set. It's a very nice set. Or just like there's SA Oblivion as well. Here, I'm gonna turn up the. Okay, guys, this is a warning here. I'm gonna turn up the gain on the microphone here, just so that you guys can have a listen to the stabilizers. Okay, it's gonna get pretty loud. I hope this is okay. I'm gonna like kind of speak in a quieter tone. This is the ASMR segment of the keyboard build. We will have another later for the sound test, but these are the stabilizers. Okay, so I hope that was I hope you guys were able to hear that. They are silent switches, so I'm not sure if you guys were able to, but those were the stabilizers. I know, right? I'm actually very surprised that we got them done first try. Guys, this is like a first for for the keyboard builds, guys. Normally when I do stabilizers, it takes like a good 2 or 3 tries. But for a first run, they're nice, guys. I'm actually very happy with how they turned out. And Garfield, if you're still here, I hope I hope they're to your liking. He does bring the luck. I really hope so. Okay, I'm trying to. There we go. So take these guys out. I'll get my keycap puller. Here we go. Well, that cuts out a large segment of the street. You know, most of the time I spend way too much time on those stabilizers, guys. But I really can't describe how. Oh man, how relieved I am that I don't have to spend numerous amounts of hours on the stabilizers, guys. The noise sounds good. I know. I'm very happy. They're silent switches though, so you know, maybe you just can't hear them at all. Who knows? Oh, come on. There we go. It's always tight. Tight tolerances. Even on the hot swap sockets. There's a tight tolerance right there. And also, again, if a switch pin is bent, which in this case it's not, but you know, if it ever is, you can just bend them back, by the way. When you guys are building, if you guys ever build your own keyboards, you can just bend them back and it's totally fine. Doesn't make a difference, so. Alright, so that's the PCB done. I guess at this point we'll lube the switches and then we'll work on the case assembly. We could put on the gaskets now, but I would say let's do the gaskets and stuff later and we'll lube the switches and then I can kind of explain that process to you guys. Cause yeah, be a good time. I'll put the plate to the side. I'll put the PCB to the side. And, I can just leave this station as it is right now. Did you move? Yes, I did. So I moved in late July, like on the 29th. And so, I've been here ever since. Unfortunately, it's been harder to stream video games because the ping here, so the Wi-Fi here, guys, there's no like Ethernet. There's no like copper wiring like underground or anything like that to like give you Ethernet. So you have to get internet via satellite. So playing games in general is just a little bit of a task, you know. But yeah. How you doing, Jaden? Hope you're well and all that. Something I never researched. Can't you use three pin switches on a 5-pin board? Yeah, so 5-pin boards. So when someone says 5-pin boards, right? It's referring to. I wonder if having this light is good or bad. Probably bad. Yeah. Okay, that's bad. So do you see? There's like the 2 copper pins, right? And then there's that middle stem, and then there's these like side, like pieces that like see. This is what my my tweezer is gripping right now. These like side pieces, these little legs, and so those are like the extra 2 pins that they're referring to. Pins, and those serve no functional purpose other than just keeping it more stable into the PCB. The only parts that actually serve a function in like you know, in terms of actuating the switch are these 2 copper pins here. And it's not always going to be copper. Sometimes, you know, they'll be like stainless steel or something, whatever they use for it. But those extra 2 pins on the side, those like extra legs, they just stabilize it really. And so it does not matter if it's a 5-pin board, but they use, or you know, yeah, and you have 3-pin switches, because yeah, again, they'll go in anyways. It'll be stable enough, and most of the time too, in most boards you'll have plates here that keep the switches in place, like whether or not that's what the plate's for. The plate exists to hold the switches, like in place to keep them all aligned and all that stuff. So even if you don't have those extra 2 pins, if you have a plate, like especially if you have a plate, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do believe that nobody really explains that explicitly, which, you know, I kind of wish I did, because now that I'm sitting here answering questions, because I made a keyboard, like a guide to mechanical keyboards, and, you know, some of these questions I really wish I did answer, but at least I'm here to answer them now. I'm happy about that. So we're gonna go ahead and start lubing switches. What's really interesting about the Boba U4 Silent Tactile switches is that the creator, his name is Gazu, he has a special way of lubing the switches, and so it's different from most other switches, and so that's what makes this process a little bit more unique. Again, we've lubed half of them already because I don't want you guys to sit here for, you know, three hours just watching me lube switches. That would be really boring. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll explain how it's different. But yeah, we're doing half as many switches as what's required in the board because I've already done half. So yeah, I've done, I think it was 38. I think was the number I did. And if you guys want to just have a listen, I guess, to this is the stock version. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And this is the lubed version. I don't know if you guys could hear that at all. They are silent switches, and I didn't really crank up the gain for that one, but I hope it was good enough. I will say though, opening these switches was a little bit of a chore. But the process for lubing these switches is, yeah, again, very unique. So normally what I do is like I put the springs. I'll show you when I open up the next switch. I'll show you guys the anatomy of a switch. I take out the springs, but I'm actually going to leave them in the lubing station here. It removes a bit of what sounds like scratchiness. Yeah, and a little bit of the spring ping. But I think once I lube these switches, you guys will see that I think the lubrication process that he recommends is something that gets better over time because it will spread out over time because it's a little bit different from how you normally do it. So I just opened a switch, and so we have the top housing here, which, you know, I normally keep a pile over here, and then we have here. I hope you guys can see that. So I just took off the stem. This is the stem, and so this is like what's gonna, you know, what's gonna hold the keycap and all that stuff. What's gonna be moving up and down, and we have the spring. You guys can see that in the bottom housing. So normally I take out the spring from the bottom housing when I'm doing my lubing, but I'm actually gonna keep it in for now. Just it helps me with a little bit of the organization process. Come on, there we go. It's a little bit weird of a tolerance. I don't know why. But the creator of these switches does have a different form of lubing the switches. That's why I'm leaving the springs in right now. So. And, you know, I will say, too, these are, like, silent tactiles, right? And so I did expect the tactility to be quite reduced. But I was pleasantly surprised with the tactility of these Boba U4s. You know, people had said online it was, but, like, I didn't... You know, people just spewing shit online, right? So, I didn't expect it to kind of be this good. Has anyone here tried tactile switches? I guess someone here said they had clicky switches, so that's cool. Oh man, yeah, getting these switches out is often a little bit tough, getting them opened, and I don't know why, but I mean, they don't show any damage or anything, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And even, again, if the pins are bent, you just bend them back. It's no big deal. Happens to me pretty frequently. Semi-frequently. My keyboard has Logitech tactile switches. Are those any good? Do they feel like really tactile, or are they kind of like more subtle? Really like you know, a little lighter on the tactility or whatnot. Oh man, come on. Just slide into the housing. There we go. You know, I was surprised when I think it was who did say that they watched Homogeneo or something. What, I wonder, was it UARC or was it the guys that, it starts with a V, Volt. Someone said that they got into, or like they learned about keyboards through TikTok, which I think is like really interesting as well. I didn't because I don't use TikTok at all, right? I did not know that there was content for keyboards like on TikTok. I don't know why. It just sounds like such a weird thing for me. Like what would I post on TikTok that would be keyboard related? Like I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what type of content is on TikTok. I thought it was just memes and stuff, but I guess not. Maybe it is. The way I learned about it though was definitely like primarily through YouTubers, right? So for those who watched, you know, Homogeneo and Switch and Click and stuff, like YouTubers like that. I watched Random Frank P. He loved making keyboard videos. I think he just posted one pretty recently. Brandon Taylor, he makes good videos as well. Homogeneo, I like learned about like later in my, you know, keyboard cycle lifespan. I don't know what term to use, but he makes really good videos as well. I recently learned about a YouTuber named Hypotech. I think he's really good too. You guys should watch him if you guys are interested in keyboards and stuff. And like his YouTube videos, they're very, very chill. And I think his sense of humor fits mine very well. But easiest way to explain it, they are damped browns. Damped browns. That sounds like they're worse on tactility than browns. Is that the case? That would not be a good thing. Browns are often joked as like being linears. Or do you mean like there's like a cushion at the bottom? Is that what you meant? Or do they sound like physically wet? That would not be good either. Hipio is amazing. Yes, he is. He makes very good videos. Man, taking these apart is taking longer than I thought. Lubing is notorious for being the most lengthy process in a keyboard build. A lot of people, like a lot of keyboard builders and stuff, and like YouTubers, they'll say that it's like their least favorite thing to do, that they hate it and stuff. I actually don't hate it that much. They feel more membrane. I see. But yeah, I don't hate lubing that much, honestly, when it comes to switches and stuff. Just because like it is lengthy, but like as long as you're doing it in batches, I really don't see it as that much of a problem. And you know, it's nice because it's like relaxing. I can sit outside at a table and just like lube switches, and I can like play like a podcast or something while I'm doing it. You know, it's really relaxing. Or like it's like an internet historian video or something really long that I normally just wouldn't just like sit down and watch for a long time, or like a stream or something. It's nice to like lube switches during that time. It's very chill. So And also, like, I think I think the worst process is the stabilizers, just because you can, like I said this earlier, you can do stabilizer modifications for several hours, and you can do as many different modifications as you want, but sometimes you just won't see results out of it. Whereas lubricating the switch, right, you just put it together and you immediately can tell if you did something wrong, or you can like change something. It's really easy to. It's not as much trial and error, I would argue, as stabilizers. I think stabilizers are the worst. It's just my opinion. Stabilizers are pain. I'm gonna turn on the light. Hopefully that's not too bad. Helps me see more. A little bit stuck. There we go. So, what did you guys do today? I know my day was pretty uneventful. I was just chilling out most of the day. Yesterday I went on a hike, so I took it easy today, and also I knew I was building a keyboard, so I was like, I'll just chill out, play video games today. Played some Val and Apex. I got an heirloom for Bloodhound too, so that was a dub. I screamed when I got that heirloom. It's been too long. Took too long. But I finally got it. Go. We'll do like another 5 more in there, and that should be enough. I believe the D65 is 68 switches. Maybe it's 67, but we'll do 68 just in case. Keep sliding them in. Oh man, my fingers, opening these switches kind of hurts my fingers sometimes. I just wonder how it's going to be when I'm trying to put them in the plate. I wonder if it will be pain. Putting switches in the plate sometimes can be very frustrating, guys. It kills your thumb. Come on. A little slippery. Last one to open. And I think the lubing process should actually be relatively quick than normal. So I'll quickly explain when I'm doing it, how the process is different. Actually, for that reason, I'll probably actually just open another just in case, just to kind of demonstrate. And I will say, because I tested it too, like earlier, like the different methods and stuff, and I really didn't notice that much of a difference. But I guess the reason why Gazoo recommended this form of switch lubing is because it's supposed to be better for like your switches, like longevity and stuff, instead of damaging the stem or the leaf, I meant, and like not not reducing the tactility. And also, by the way, I am Using a thinner lube, I'm using Tribosys 3203. A thinner lube because we're lubing tactile switches, and so I don't want to reduce that tactility, so I'm using a thinner lube today. Or for these tactile switches. Got my 3D Cubes lube station in today, and it's so nice compared to other lube stations. What makes the 3D Cube lube stations extra nice? I will say, like, lube stations, they are a lifesaver when it comes to lubing switches. They are a lifesaver. Save you on time and sanity. But okay, so pretty much when you lube a switch traditionally, right? So you have the bottom housing, the stem, and the spring, and so typically, you know, you'll start by just getting some lube on your brush, you know, blah blah blah. So I don't want to keep hitting my mic here, so I'm gonna move that a little bit away. Typically, you'll go in the sliders, which are like these long, like poles. This is the problem with turning on the light, guys. These like little poles that are sticking out, these white poles, right? You're typically supposed to go like up them like 2 or 3 times, right? Depending on probably how much lube you have and how thick it is, and then you go around the world, which is like essentially like around the inner housing. It's around this like circular pole, which you can't see because the light's like overexposing the shit out of it. Okay, you can see that now maybe. Go around that circle pretty much. So that's the bottom. Maybe put a little bit on the leaf, and then you'll go on the stem here, and you'll go along the sides. You'll get the front, but you'll skip the legs that are sticking out here because it's a tactile switch, and you get the back. And then I like to do the inside a little bit as well, just like one wipe on the inside. And then you take the spring, and typically I bag lube it, but since I'm only bag lubing or only doing one switch right now, I'm just gonna lube it, manually. So I lube the switch or the spring, and that's it. That's how you traditionally lube a switch, and so you're supposed to do that, 60 something times or more, and so that's definitely why a lot of people don't like it. And then you just close the housing, right? That's how you typically do a like a lubed switch thing. So that's like a traditionally lubed Boba U4. But the way Gazoo wants you to do it is, again, supposedly to prevent damage to the leaf and reducing that tactility. That's what he says. So the way he does it is different. We take out the spring here, but I'm holding it like inside with my tweezers, if you guys can see that. And then I go on the sliders, but instead of like brushing it like from the bottom to the top of the slider, I simply get a little puddle of lube, like half a grain of rice is what, the video he recommended it in. And you kind of just like wipe it so that it's, I don't want all these springs to drop. You want to wipe it so that, I can't really, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a puddle of white on this corner here. You guys probably cannot, but maybe a little bit better now. There's like that blob of white. So it's like a little puddle of white, like lube, right? That's the lube. And you're just supposed to leave it on the top of the slider there. That's like what they recommend. And so you're supposed to do that for each side. Wipe excess lube off from like the sides and stuff, if you have any. And then you take the spring, and you're supposed to like donut dip it or something, donut lube it. And so that's when you just get the end of the spring and lubricate it. See how only the end is lubricated right there? So you just put it in. You put it in. You supposedly don't do anything to the stem itself, and you just put it in. And I guess here's like the main trick, is what when they recommend it. I'm gonna pull it out just for demonstration purposes. but I guess when you put in the switch, when you close the top housing and stuff, instead of just closing it like from here, you're supposed to bottom out the stem before, and then you can close that top housing. That's like the main difference. Is that, oh, hold on. Let me just seat it properly. Okay. So you, press down on it, and then you close it. And then you can release it, and then you just press down on it a couple times to let it spread out. And that's the Gazzy way of lubing the Boba switches. That's what he recommends. So that's how we're going to be doing it today. It's different from normal, but that's the way that like the Switch creator wanted it, so that's what we're doing, you know? Which, you know, I mean, whatever he wants, I don't really care. No big deal for me. Sonically, I didn't notice a difference when I did the two. But I don't know if if that's what he wants for his switches, then we'll do that. No big deal. As long as it sounds the same, I do not care. And so, what's nice about the lube stations is that I can do this kind of all at the same time. So I normally do it in batches of like 5 or 10. There we go. But yeah, this is kind of why I didn't want people to just sit around and watch me do this for like several hours, just because you know, it can get kind of boring. But it is an important part of the keyboard process. You know, pretty much once you lube switches once, you probably will never go back. Like that was the case for me. Like you know, for a while I just used all my switches stock, but then I lubed them, and now I lube every single one of my switches because it's just worth it. It makes them sound a lot better and feel a lot better. It's just like no reason to go back. I'll let that sit actually. I hope this is educational as well. Hope this is like making sense. I'm like explaining things okay. Oh. Damn tweezers. There we go. I'm back. Are we still lubing? Yeah, so we're still lubing the switches right now. We're going to do about 30, I think. And I explained the differences between the Gazoo and the traditional style of lubing and all that stuff. I don't know if you caught any of that or whatnot. But, yep. What'd you do today, Arkstar, if I may ask? Was it eventful or was it chill? There we go. Went to the zoo today. That's interesting. I have not gone to the zoo in quite a while. I don't know if I mean, there's probably a zoo in my area. Probably. I don't know. Just wasn't when I go out and stuff, like I like to like go on hikes and stuff. Zoo's really not my thing. Oh, you're on vacation. Oh, okay. Sounds nice. Where are you, if I may ask? If not, I understand. But I know I'm supposed to go into Hawaii with my family in early August. Because my mom is from Hawaii. She grew up in Honolulu, and so we go there pretty frequently to see family. And so hence why we are going in early August. And that's also why I want to build a lot of these keyboards before I leave. There we go. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. Ooh, it's interesting. My dad grew up in St. Louis, so I've only been there once. It was really hot when we went. It was so fucking hot. And yeah, we went to like a Cardinals game and stuff, because like back then, like my brother and I were like really into baseball, and yeah, my dad grew up there, so we like checked out the house and stuff, and yeah, chilling out around there. It's pretty cool. I don't think I think though that like I saw all there was to see. I feel like maybe not. I don't know. It was so long ago. It's like maybe not. It was around 95. Jesus. See, to where I moved, now we're a lot closer to the ocean. So, because of that, there's like always a breeze. So like even if the temperature were to be like 100 plus out here, it wouldn't feel like 100 plus because there's always like a lot of wind. Not a lot, but like, you know, a really nice breeze going on. So it's not too bad. Yeah, 95 is just... Before I moved, it was getting really hot in my area. I was talking to my friend who still was there, you know, a couple nights ago and stuff. It's like, yeah, there was like a heat wave warning or something. They were saying like, don't go outside, you know, unless you need something. It's really quite alarming, if you ask me. Like, didn't know that the heat waves could get to that point, because even when I lived there, they never made that type of announcement. Are you the only one in chat, or are there lurkers? To be honest, I don't know. But I do appreciate you talking to me. Makes the keyboard build process a lot easier. Am I having fun? I mean, we're chilling. You know, I wouldn't say that you know, it's a rowdy party or anything. I'm just chilling. The switch lubing process is not known for its you know, it's crazy moments, I guess. I don't know how to put it. I'm not gonna call it a snooze fest, but it's not like lubing switches is not the it's not the most exciting part of the build process, but it's a necessary one, you know. How's the content stuff going, Garfield? Hope it's going well. Who doesn't like playing with lube? Lubing is fun. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. People should get more excited about lubing, man. There's not enough hype surrounding the lubing process, guys. There just simply is not. I think the people that say they don't enjoy it, they just, you know, they just wish they had more. I think that's it. Maybe they're trying to get people to stay away from it so that there's more for themselves. More lube for them. Oh. Oops, that's a lot of excess. I'm here. Yo, what's up, List? How was your Halo session, dude? Some nice pog capture the flag juggling, you know? Pretty fire, dude. Been in the stream since Garfield mentioned it in the Discord. Yeah, so I guess there were some lurkers. Which is cool. What's this? Wait, the Suns lost? Ooh, that's tough. I don't watch the NBA a lot, but I know that my brother was like a Chris Paul fan. So, I have a twin brother. So, yeah, he was a Chris Paul fan. So upsetting for him. We were watching it while I was eating dinner, and they were like down like by like 13 after the first quarter, right? But then when I like walked back in there, they had come back, and it was like 39-36 or something when I like came back or something. I don't know, something along those lines. But yeah, I don't watch a lot of traditional sports. I watch a lot of esports. I watch a lot of if anyone here watches esports, I watch a lot of Apex, Valorant, CS:GO, Siege, that type of stuff. Once Halo Infinite though starts up, I'm gonna definitely watch that esport as well. Halo Infinite is probably the only game that I'm like actually like really excited for. Because just like generally speaking, I play a lot of the same games. So, how's the keyboard going? It's going. It's a process. We got the stabilizers done first try, which is really nice. But you know, we're lubing the switches, which is, you know, often the slowest part. But you know, slowly but surely making progress. And you know, that's just part of the process. That, you know, it's not the process of a keyboard build is not supposed to be a wild ride or nothing. It's just, you know, I just imagine it more as just like a chill thing. Making sure that was all good. Maybe we'll wipe this on the thing. Mind if I recommend you a game? I mean, sure. I'm always looking for more games to play. Let's see, what's the point of lube? I thought lube was only for sex. So, the lubricant is intended to, so we're putting the lubricant on contact points within the switch. So parts where, you know, all these little parts here are making, like, contact with each other. And so that's supposed to do things like reduce, like, any noises that we don't want to hear. So, like, for example, like, spring ping. So, like, we have these, like, metal springs, right? And we don't want to hear the ping of those springs. So, for that reason, we, like, lubricate it. You know, oh my god, that's so over-lubed. That's gonna sound wet if I don't clean it. And, real quick. And it also makes the switches smoother, too. Because you're putting, you know, you're quite literally putting lubricant on it. So it's gonna make those switches, you know, a tad bit smoother, which is nice. So that's why, you know, switch lubing, it's not like the flashiest mod by any means or anything like that. Like, you know, people get bored by it, but it's a very necessary modification. And the benefits are very nice. Ever since I lubed my first Switch, I lubed all of them. Just cause, I mean, I don't know. I can't not. Just cause the benefits are just there. I guess. Let's see here. I was not reading well. Did school teach me wrong? It's just so weird. I mean, hey man, what do you guys think happens with the leftover lube, okay? Think you use it all for keyboards? I'm trolling. Splitgate? Oh, it came out a long time ago, literally released a public beta a week or two ago. It even has a pro league. No, been out for a long time. Yeah, I do remember Splitgate was like announced, or like I'd seen gameplay like quite a while ago. I do know what Splitgate is. I'm just not like, I don't know. So, like when it comes to arena shooters, I don't know. I don't know what to think about arena shooters. So like one of the things that I really like about like games is like, or like I like a lot of teamwork games and stuff. So when it comes to like, the shooters that I play, right? Like I like Valorant and CS:GO and Siege because of the team play, and like amongst the battle royales, right? I only play Apex. I don't play PUBG. I don't play Fortnite or any of those other battle royale games, Warzone or whatnot, because I feel like Apex Legends, due to its like character abilities and stuff, it enables like teams with better coordination and better chemistry and better teamwork will be better teams, and so like that's what I like about Apex. It's like a lot of team play stuff. And when it comes to arena type shooters, I feel like it's arena shooters are more focused on the individual and stuff, and I don't know. That's just not like, I'm not a big fan of, I guess, those types of games as much. I mean, like, I know I said I was excited for Halo and stuff, but that's, like, purely for nostalgic reasons, because Halo was the first, like, shooter, kind of, like, the main game that I first played, too. So, yeah, so I don't know. Arena shooters, I'm just not crazy for. Like, Splitgate does have a somewhat interesting concept, but I definitely have to watch more gameplay to, like, get a better feel for it. So you think of ridiculous? Oh, we all know. Let's see. Played it like 2 years ago. Came out 2019. Apex trash. List was a hard Apex man for quite a while. So don't listen to that guy. Why is it in public beta? Maybe because it went to console. That's my guess. Like cross. Yeah, List. Weren't you streaming Splitgate? Like, the other day? If I'm not mistaken, I thought you were. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you were streaming Splitgate. Streamed it like 2 to 3 months ago. Someone was streaming it. I don't know who then. I don't know who else would play Splitgate. I don't know, man. It's 11 a.m. I can't think straight right now. 11 a.m.? No way he did that on... He has to have done that on purpose, bro. Look, man, I know you're in St. Louis. So it's definitely not... You're not on the other side of the world. It is not 11 a.m. But maybe you can't think straight. Yo, Mechcables, thanks for the follow, man. Oh, and Dinosaur as well. Sorry about that. Didn't call it out. I don't have my earbuds in, so I can't hear anything. Maybe I should put them on. PM. I know, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's a whole 14 hours or some shit. Dude's actually losing it. Yeah, you guys should totally watch List Halo streams, guys. That is, I tuned in for like a good 20 minutes and I saw some of the best capture the flag juggling I've ever seen. I can't wait for this keyboard. We're getting really close actually. So I have 10 more switches to lube, and then we'll just from that point we'll just be assembling the board, and then we'll assemble the board, put in the switches, put in the keycaps, and I'll run the typing test for you guys. But yeah, I mean we're getting closer. We're getting pretty close, which is really exciting. Because it's just this is like always like the long and tedious part of the builds, and then once you're actually putting on the keycaps and stuff, it just makes it so worth it. It always just it finishes so perfect. Garfield, you streaming tomorrow? I missed the streams. I believe he is. 3 to 7, if I'm not mistaken. 3 to 7 Eastern. It'd be my 5th day in Halo. Okay, I'm trying your best. Never played it. You played Halo 5. If anything, Halo 5, learning how to juggle or capture the flag in Halo 5 is way more important than in like Halo 3. Liam, how many subs to show your ass? Yo. Is it that kind of stream, boys? Hot tub stream? Hot tub keyboard building stream? Hot tub keyboard ASMR building stream? Like, let's go? Just 1,000 subs. Somebody gift it. Look at this, guys. 10 more switches. Oh my god. Okay, is it just me, or do I feel like opening the switches took longer than actually lubing them? I feel like opening the switches, yeah, definitely did. It's just, I don't know why. Opening these switches was a little bit harder than normal. Like, I had to, like, use my own fingers to, like, pry it open most of the time, and I had to, like, do it a specific way. Yeah, let's just let me rob a bank real quick. Okay. Just for the ass pick. Sorry, I was talking. How many subs for an ASMR build? I don't know, man. I like to talk when I do my keyboard streams. I like to talk to people. I'm not good at ASMR too. I feel like it's weird for me too, even when I'm, I remember when in some of my first like earlier keyboard streams, I would like do ASMR when I was like lubing the stabilizers, and I would be like, oh yeah, look at that lube, oh yeah, like as a meme, like, oh I'm just wiping this lube on the housing, oh look at that, that's so creamy, as a meme and shit. God, it's so embarrassing, man. I just can't. It's as much ASMR as you'll get out of me. Get into lubing these switches. Should be good. Hope that was better. Why does it sound so sexually? It's lubricant, dude. Sorry. Can we put him on the watch list? Bruh. Bruh. I did it because you were asking, bro. I didn't even do it. I did it without the subs, bro. What is it gonna take to please list, guys? What is it gonna take? Man, don't pretend like you didn't like it. We know you liked it, bro. We know Liz liked it. Never again. You asked for it, man. You ask, and you shall receive. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You cursed. Man. let it be known, guys, that he was the one that literally asked how many subs for an ASMR keyboard build stream. Okay? And I was nice enough to do it without the subs, and, you know, here we are. Him complaining about it. I'm providing this content. You know, just... You know, okay, I promise I'll never do that again, List, if you promise to learn how to juggle and capture the flag properly. How about that? Guys, you guys should have seen List try to juggle a flag and capture the flag for Halo. It looked like he had never played Halo before. Okay, so I was doing that. Am I staying up till 3 a.m. watching a keyboard stream? I mean, hey man. You know, I'm not you know, I'm not trying to force you to stay up or nothing, but the end product, when you see it, for me at least, it's always worth it. That's just my opinion. It's always worth it. The final product is always worth it. No matter how much pain you go through to build it, you know. I mean, I'll post the VOD on YouTube anyway. So if you really, you know, you really gotta go to bed, I understand, bro. You can just watch the VOD, and that will be cool. I think that's good. Here we go. Okay. And we'll do this. We'll do the springs, and we'll be good. What is this? Fix the gamer posture. Okay, okay. I was just doing the switches. Okay, I'm sorry. I get the posture. Okay. Sniffs licks lube, bruh. I would not. As a disclaimer, guys, do not taste Crytox or any type of keyboard lubricant. Do not. It's just not that it's poisonous, but I can guarantee you that you will not like the taste. Okay. You will not like the taste. There's only 2 reasons to use keyboard lube. Okay? For keyboard ASMR streams, and one other thing that's probably against TOS. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's right, I gotta fix the gamer posture. That's right, though. I think you did it before. You definitely did. Me? Lick the lube? I 100% did not. I don't know what to tell you, bro. There's no way I'm getting accused of tasting keyboard lube here, right? No way. No way. That'd be a sick joke. I'm kidding. But seriously, don't taste the keyboard lube. That would be really weird. Oh god, what did Garfield do? How do you know it tastes bad? Gosh. Okay, you know what, List? How about this, bro? I'll send you a jar. Oh god, that just sounds even worse. Get yourself a jar of lube and taste it for yourself. And then you can come back and tell us all about how it tasted. Your opinion will be very much valued when it comes to the taste of the lubricant. What did Garfield type, though, to get himself banned? I mean, the homies hate knife hot. Say it. Nah, bro. Just get yourself some lube and taste it for us, okay? Fuck you. I ain't spilling shit. I wasn't gonna say nothing. Guys, I wasn't going to say nothing. That's, whatever List tells you is a fucking lie. God, trying to mod this, trying to get this lube on the bottom of the spring evenly is getting harder now because I've used so much of it. So I gotta make sure that this lubricant's off that hole. There we go. Last spring. There we go. Ah, there we go. We're almost there, guys. Don't catch a case, buddy. 16 over here, buddy. Say it. Can someone clip that out of context? Oh, man. Oh, there we go. That guy was tight. Why can't you? I don't think Liz knows how to clip on Twitch, bro. Maybe that or he's like on mobile or some shit. No, if anything, clipping on mobile is easier. I feel like. Your clip never works? Yeah, okay. You know, guys, we don't need to clip it. You know, just, you know, we don't need to worry about it. It never happened. If you don't have video evidence, then it never happened. That's the thing. And if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. This guy is the... Look at this guy. Oh, now it's out for some reason. Okay. What? This guy's stuck. And come on. Dog, my upload is 30 kilobytes? What? What's 30 kilobytes? Like your next video? What is the next video, Garfield? Would you be able to give us a little hint? Or I guess next big thing? 1 hour upload. 1 hour to upload a 15-minute long video. Oh, man, you're telling me, the guy that I can't stream video games anymore because the Wi-Fi down here is dog water. You're telling me about upload times when I'm out here uploading full keyboard VODs that are like, you know, anywhere between 3 to 4 hours. You're telling me about keyboard or upload times, bro. Positioning 101. Oh, okay, that would be an informative video. That's something that like even, you know, like a lot of tier 3 players like wouldn't realize and stuff. So that would be actually a good video to do. Very smart of you. Up is 780 and or down is 780 and your up is 5.3. But your browser is trolling. God, I don't even want to know what my uploads and downloads are. What is with these switches, guys? My internet is worse, it's still what? You have to talk about positioning? In what context? Damn, these switches are like mushy right now. I don't know if we can use those. We'll have to probably do 2 more. See, guys, that's why we got 70. That's why we got so many. then we don't have to worry about them. Do we need all of them in here? Well, we'll see if we'll need more, actually. We might not have to get more. You're all always asking, how can I get better? Yeah, positioning would probably be the best. Like, cause also positioning is something that you can like easily explain. Cause like, you know, understanding like how to work around teammates and stuff, I feel like only comes with like experience. Like that's like something that I would like recommend. Like, or like one of the ways that I think people can like improve a lot is like learning how to play around like their teammates and stuff. But you know, that's definitely better for like comp settings, and also like I feel like it's way harder to explain, but I think positioning is something that is like a lot easier to explain. And like also can be applied in all aspects, not just competitive play. I want to start playing R6 again, but you don't want to drop controller, Sag. I don't know why you would want to keep playing controller. Controller is so just like, nah, dude. See, Garfield knows, because like he and I, we both came from Xbox, right? Like, dude, like, man, I don't know why you would ever want to just stick to controller. Only in Apex, because the auto aim is disgusting. But outside of it, there's just no valid excuse. I feel like gunfights are half positioning. Yeah. Gunfights are half. I mean, yeah, especially in a game like Siege. I'm gonna go pro in Halo, and Halo is controller only. Well, Halo Infinite, right, is gonna come to PC, so we don't know if that's gonna be. We don't know if that's gonna be controller only. Even in Apex, I can't touch a controller, but maybe Rocket League is the only game. Well, Rocket League's a driving game. You can't compare the two. It's not a fair comparison. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna say our switches are lubed for now. So that's a good enough lubing, you know, thing. So let me just clean up a little bit here, and then we can we'll clean up the lube. I know. I don't want the lube to go away either, but you know it's inevitable that will have to happen. But yeah, we'll clean up the lube, and then we'll start putting together the case. These are the mushy ones, right? Yeah. Keep these guys in the corner over there. I'm just cleaning some of the materials. They already said it control only, just like COD. Okay. Is it good to be on Xbox or PC? Like, is the Pro League or whatever? Do we know? Rip lube, indeed. Let's see here. Where was the baggie for stabilizer kits? Guys, there's so many bags. Okay, here we go. This is messy. The D65 has so many different bags for so many different things. Okay, there we go. These guys in the box. Put that away. Put those away. We'll leave these out, I think. Throw these guys away. What is this? PC for Halo? Okay. What is he gonna do with the rest? Oh, there's my water. Fuck me. Keep it or what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna use it for future builds. I use my keyboard. I use all my parts for future builds and shit. So like that lubricant was from another build earlier, right? And like, I don't know. Well, let's stuff the desk pad. Oh yeah, this is the GMK Hammerhead Desk Mat. It's very nice. It is aesthetically one of my favorite boards. Okay, so we'll cut to the chase here, boys. We have here, I'm gonna unplug this keyboard so we can have more room. So we have here the case, the polycarbonate plate, and the PCB. And then we have all these extra little things that are, I'm sure will just be lovely in putting all this stuff together. Don't you got other ones too? Yes, I do. In fact, do you want me to, I'll bust them out. Oh my, keep kicking over my water bottle. Such an idiot. Alright. Bust out some extra desk mats here. I'll show y'all my favorites. I have 3 more in here. Or like, I have 2 more in my closet. I'll show y'all my favorites right now. So, I wonder if I should just show you the face cam thing. This is the GMK Bushido Desk Mat. So it's got like a, God, there's gotta be a better way. Pretty much like, this is like the design, I guess, on it. Maybe if I move the webcam over. Pretty much. You can see that. That's the Bushido Desk Mat. Wrap that up. I chose the blue one because it fit the color scheme for Garfield. That's why I chose the Hammerhead one. But the Bushido is the newest one. This one is the Mecha Desk Mat, M-E-K-A. It's like that. It's black and white. I used it for Johnny's keyboard build. It's very nice, very, very neutral. Bushido, get out of here. This is Mecha though, M-E-K-A. That one's a very neutral one that I like. And then this one is the Kaiju Desk Mat. So it's kind of Godzilla themed and stuff. It's like a teal thing going on. Eva. I did use it for my Think 6.5 build. So this guy here, I did have green keycaps in it to make it Evangelion themed, but I'm moving those green keycaps to a different build, and then this is a placeholder until, because I did order Evangelion themed keycaps, and so those will be coming September or August is what they said. So we'll be waiting. They were supposed to come in March, but then they got delayed. Got delayed a while back when Rona hit and all that stuff. So, yep. Okay. So now we'll put together the board. We'll start with unscrewing some of these. So these are for the weights, but I'll probably have to go in here. I can't really tell what kind of screws they put in the bottom here. I'll show you guys what we got here. So these are the feet. Guess we might as well put them on now, huh? Wait, why so long? Those are desk mats. So they're not just like mouse mats, they're desk mats. It's to stretch across the entirety of the desk, that's why they're so long. You're talking about the wait time, I meant. Because keycaps like that are made to order, but the manufacturer that the factory that produces those types of keycaps produces a lot of keycaps, and so they're typically just like crazy back ordered and stuff, I guess. And yeah, they just take really long. So there's the feet, and then I wonder if this is what we have to use to unscrew these guys in here. That would be that'd be very pain if that was the case. And I don't feel anything turning. What kind of screws are these? Okay, so these are the hex screws. Hopefully we can just use this guy. Maybe? I can't tell. It's so dark in here. I think I can use this though. Maybe not. Where's my phone? kind of want to shine a light into it and just kind of see. I'm gonna have this light here. Sorry guys, I'm gonna just check out what kind of screws are. Okay, yeah, so I'll have to use this hex screw. Is this hex? I think so. Oh my god, these screws are gonna be the worst, guys. Let's see, I've always used desk mats. I want to try a mouse pad when I get my new desk. Yeah, what I typically do, it's like I don't use these desk pads for like gaming and stuff. I actually have a mouse mat like for my mouse, right? And then I have I would just shift the desk mat to the left because I still like the padding for my arms and stuff. But the mouse mats I like more just because like you know these desk mats here, it's not like really designed for like, you know, max performance gaming. You know, they're not tailored to like a controller speed variant or anything like that. And so that's why I have the mouse mat over there, just because like it's for specifically gaming, you know, for those purposes. Guys, these screws are kind of the worst. I hope you guys know that. So creamy. The desk mats? This guy. Okay, I wonder if these screws are gonna come out. And yeah, okay, 2 of them did. This one not yet. I'll have to save them. 2 more in there. God, these screws are terrible. So mouse pads really matter? I play on a piece of paper. I mean, I would say they do. Let's explain what he said about Halo. Come on. What's going on? Is it out? No. Still in there. I don't know why the screw's being particularly difficult. Okay, I think it's out now. What? What? Okay, whatever. We'll just move on to the other screws. I don't like hex screws, guys. These are not fun. I use a desk mat that's meant for gaming. Yeah, I know like X-ray pads and stuff like that's what I recommend most for like desk mats and even just custom mouse mats as well. I recommend X-ray pads a lot. I think they make really good stuff. That's what I use personally as well. And they can take a picture. You can send them a picture and they can make a desk mat out of it. And that's what I did with my mouse mat. Still fire at Osu though. I gave my mouse pad to my cousin, so now I got a piece of paper, like sandpaper. I mean, dude, mouse mats aren't even expensive. Like, you can get like a SteelSeries QCK for like $15. Liam has the best desk mat. Yeah, he showed me. It was like a DaBaby Garfield. Dude. Such a meme. That was honestly hilarious though. So close. Oh! Shit. Okay. Well, I guess that 1, 2, 3, 4. So this must have been one of the screws. Okay. So. All right, boys. Oh, there's the other screw. Okay. Well, here we go. So this is the top half of the case. Kind of overexposed because of the light. There you go. Here, maybe I'll turn on this light and like it won't be as overexposed. That's better, right? Maybe? Yeah. I hope. This is the bottom half. And so this is where the brass weight is screwed in as well. But we're gonna keep that in there. And the, you know, has the nice heft to it. And so now what we'll be doing is here are in this little thing are like gasket strips. And so this keyboard is called gasket mounted, which means pretty much we're going to be screwing this plate onto the PCB, and so it's going to be connected like this, and this like thing, this like, you know, when it's together, it will be sandwiched in between the top and bottom housings, and using as padding they're going to be using these little strips here, and so these are called gaskets, and so that's what's called a gasket mounted keyboard. Pretty much the purpose of doing so is to like reduce the it's supposed to like be the most like sound dampening, you know, and so this mounting system is quite frequently like highly sought after in the keyboard world, simply because of its sound dampening properties, really. It's custom design of my logo, orange and blue, kind of like my border on stream. That'll be cool. Send me a picture when you get it. I hope you sent them like a decent resolution one too. I mean, I think if I do recall, when I did it, they were pretty good about sending like, you know, rough copies or whatever. Like they responded like, you know, within the hour when I did it, at least. So they were fast about it. Oh, and that's a lost gasket strip. You know, getting these out are a little bit harder than I thought. Cause it really... I wonder if I should use these tweezers to like try to edge them out here. Here we go. And ask them the proper height and width. Yeah, they were good about it. Like when I did it. Here we go. And so we'll be putting on the top these strips on the top and bottom of the case as well. I will admit my first application was not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect because there's going to be foam inserts all across the keyboard. But I probably could have done the first application a little bit better. Jeez, these guys are like really in there. Don't know. This is literally my dream keyboard, except I would have different switches. It's very flattering. Thank you. I think Garfield really did choose great parts. I was very happy. Like, I was like, you know, because like normally I just give suggestions, right? And so whether or not people, you know, choose what I think is best. Like I know I'll do my best to give recommendations and stuff. And like, you know, sometimes they just, I mean, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I'm just, it's more of like a customer's always right thing. But I think he really did choose like really good parts. Like you know, if I was going for like, you know, this type of theme and stuff, I would have probably done the exact same thing. GMK keycaps, you know, Boba silent switches, silent tactiles. I'm also very happy with how the Boba switches turned out, because I personally haven't gotten anything from Gazoo. I've heard good things from his switches, you know, his Boba switches and his, you know, all that stuff. But I haven't tried it myself. But yeah, very impressed with how tactile they are, given that they're silent switches as well. Brown switches, Pog. Yes, indeed. Good thing we didn't get brown switches. Like, guys, we're building Garfield's dock, a $600 mechanical keyboard, and then it's like, what switches? Cherry MX Browns. Let's go. Oh God. Guys, I would never recommend that. I just want to be clear. Where are these guys supposed to go? Supposed to go in this corner? Oh, I see. Man's roasted me. I just had to, dude. Oh my. Just because, you know, normally, you know, I don't know. It's just such a meme at this point. Yo, what's up, Zorvik? It's been a while since I've seen this guy. My dreamer MX Blues, I want loud ones. My list. I can't wait if I ever get to build your keyboard. MX Blues. That's the dream switch right there. Wouldn't you guys just want to be in Discord with List and hear him clicking on every single switch on his keyboard? I made my own keyboard, you would be proud. I bet I would be. I always love to see people get into keyboards. It's always really cool. Oh my god, look at all these gaskets. Yeah, it's been, oh my god, it's been a while though since I've talked to Zorvik, dude. What is the, I would like to know, what are the specs? What are the specs for the Zorvik keyb? Huntsman Mini Linear. Hey guys, you know, I'm gonna bust out, I'm showing you guys my Huntsman Mini. This is what I use. This is what I use when I'm gaming. It's not a custom board by any means. I mean, I have modifications, like I put not lube, foam on the inside and stuff, and I change the keycaps, but you know, it's the nice board. I like it. Gets the job done. KBD fans, Tofu 65, DZ 65, hot swap, nice. Durock V2 plate, brass plate. I'm assuming switches, novelties, creams. Yo, creams are actually fire. I do like novelty creams. GMK Striker V2. Yo, that's actually primo as fuck. Striker V2 is a highly sought after keycap set. If you if you ever sold that on Mech Market, you would easily make 300. Just because of the Tfue board, everyone wanted GMK Striker. Those are good specs though. And the cable too. Yeah, we got Garfield a cable. We have GMK Belafonte for Garfield. Those are good specs. Oh man. I don't know if this was the strip to put in this slot. I think it's supposed to be smaller. A lot of gasket strips. Can we get a modifier test on the Huntsman? I mean, let me tell you, bro. We don't get the Huntsman for its crazy stabilizer performance, guys. Okay, I will. I'll do it when we do the typing test. I'll let you guys. We'll compare the production board to the custom board, but not right now. We'll do it when we do the typing test, because then I'll have the gain of the mic cranked up and shit. You will never go to a pre-built keyboard after using this, dude. It's nice. It's nice to have Zorvik vouch. Trust me, guys. Custom keyboards are really something else. Okay, I gotta cut this gasket strip real quick. There we go. Just so that fit. So we got gasket mounts in place here. I got the cable, nice. I just be getting myself into expensive habits. Dude, that's literally me. I mean, this is my 10th custom keyboard that I've built. So you're telling me about expensive habits. This shit is, fuck, man. Fuck, man. Okay, so now we should be connecting, like screwing on the plate onto the PCB. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, they're right. That's right. We have foam. Don't want to forget that. So there is foam to go between the PCB and the plate, and there's also foam to go between behind the PCB. And so actually, Zorbic, this is another KBD fans keyboard as well. We have a D65. Oops, probably I put it upside down because I'm an idiot. Another KBD fans board though. They're nice. They're nice. We'll slide this guy on. KBD Fans is one of the first websites that I went on when I was looking for a lot of Keeb stuff. See, my board was like 900 with shipping. I might get the Keeb before desk. I'm trying to talk myself out of watching too much Keeb stuff, bro. Sitting here watching the stream. I mean, yeah, I'd say get a desk. I would recommend it. You don't need a new Keeb. Yeah, 900 though, wow. That's expensive. My homie is making one for 4K. Dude, is that like... There's gotta be a key cult. Yeah, get desk. Everyone's saying get desk though. Because like, you can't really use the keyboard if you don't have the proper desk, right? Also, I'm trying to find the right screws. I think these are it. How am I supposed to know? Okay, well there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 9. 9 screws. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's a lot of screws. Okay, probably this one. Alright, a custom desk it is. Yeah. I know like trust me, I know more than anyone that watching Keeb content makes you wants to get more Keeb stuff, but probably the desk is a little bit more important. Ew, this guy's not opening. There you go. How long ago did you build your custom boards, Orbic? That's a lot of stuff. Oh god, this is gonna suck. Shit, dude. This is really gonna suck, I think. Do I have to screw these in on both sides? Is there a difference? Oh no. Garfield, why did you have to get this keyboard? No, I'm kidding. Oh god. What are all these screws, man? Alright, so I'm going to night, probably going to sleep 12 hours, so good luck with the build, can't wait. Alright, man, have a good night. See you around. I'll post the... I'll send you pictures and stuff tomorrow morning then, and I'll be posting this VOD on YouTube anyways, so you guys will be able to check it out. In the typing test, although the typing test will probably come later on. Oh god. Okay, so apparently we have to take like these little guys here and like put them in between the PCB and plate, and then we have to screw them in from both sides. I think that would be the only thing that makes sense to me. Which is something that I really am not looking forward to, guys, because I feel like it's super easy for these guys to, like, slide around and, like, become misaligned. And you guys can see, like, I'm literally just dropping them here for now, because I don't know if they're going to screw in otherwise, and that's just really... I have a friend who just bought an N Pro and modified the shit out of it. I mean, yeah, so you can either, yeah, just start from scratch and get a kit, or you can modify it, right? But I don't know. The way I see it is that you can make as many modifications on a certain board, but like it's, you know, one that's designed to sound a certain way is always gonna be better than, you know, one that wasn't designed to be that way. And again, there's plenty of good keyboard kits for cheaper prices, like NK65s and Tofu kits and Because they have, you know, for the tofus they have like so many different variants of the tofu. You know, the portico, the what else is there? The Ramakara. So many different boards out there. The Iki 68. Oh god. See guys, lining these up is going to be pain. Luckily though, wait, I don't want to jinx it. Okay, normal screw. Normal screw. Let's go. Fuck the hex screws, boys. We hate hex screws. Oh my god, they already moved. Like how? Like how? How are they moving? No! Oh my god. See, the issue is that I feel like if they're not in place when I close it all at the same time, then they're going to, like, then I'll have to redo the whole thing. So this was the troublesome part of the build. See, we got lucky with the stabilizers, and now we're stuck with this, guys. Holy shit. Can't wait to build my budget keyboard D60 Lite with lubed and filmed GAT yellows and red samurai with Durock stabs. Yeah, that will be very exciting. I mean, yeah, even like if a board is custom, or like, you know, more budget, like I still find it always just very exciting. And like again, there's so much diminishing returns that you know it really like it can't, there's no way that it makes that much of a difference. You know what I mean? Like between like I don't know, like something like this and just like a portico, or yeah, like the D60 I think you were mentioning. And it's like I said before, right? It's not like these keyboards provide like a functional benefits over something like you know, like the N Pro that he was talking about. You know, it's not like it's not like the switches are faster or anything like that. That's just like not how it works. So it has diminishing returns, and so what I'm trying to say is that it's still, you know, it's still it's still like always fun to even build, you know, more budget boards or something like that. You know, it doesn't have to be a key cult or something for me to be like, wow, this was like an awesome build. But trying new parts is always fun too. A cube is a cube, yep. For me, I thought of it as like aesthetics. I mean, that's what it is. Really, that's the way I see it too. Is that it's primarily aesthetics. Oh, don't want you to fall over. It's like personalization and aesthetics. That's the way I see it. Because, you know, I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, I mean, kind of hard to make a keyboard like identical. I don't know, a custom board. It's just I don't know. You know, it really is just yours when you make it. Because also too, like even if you do get the same parts actually, like, you know, the building process itself, right? You did yourself, so like, therefore it's still your board, you know. Be right back in like 30. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how long this screwing in stuff is gonna take, but I don't think it's gonna take 30. So hopefully you're in time for the typing test. I guess putting in the keycaps and stuff won't take too super long. Although since Garfield went to sleep, it will be a little bit harder to decide about the artisan keycaps. So everyone in chat right now, I will ask for your help as in regards to the positioning of the artisan keycaps. Like we're like where we want the cat paw and the one in the box and the black ice keycap. Where we want each piece. And of course, I mean, I'll move it if Garfield wants me to, but you know, be nice. Oh my god. Okay. just gonna screw these guys in before I do that last one. Okay. So I'm just trying to slide this guy in. Come on. Getting this... See, this is exactly what I did not want to happen. Oh, because there's the foam there already. Oh my god. See, if the things fall over, then getting them back into their spots proves to be quite difficult. Okay. You're in there. This one not quite aligned yet. This one already is, so... So again, guys, thank you for sticking with me and talking in chat and stuff while I'm doing this keyboard build. Helps keep me sane in moments like these when I'm just screwing in the plate and PCB. It's just like, oh man, it really makes someone go brain dead. And I know it's late for a lot of you guys. I'm on the West Coast, so it's as early as it gets. But having people to talk to and stuff is always nice. Especially when it's about keyboard stuff too, you know? It's not every day I get to talk about keyboard stuff. Why is that a Twitch emote? That T thing? What is that? What is that? Ripperonis? Okay. I don't know. Getting closer though, guys. So we'll just need to screw in the bottom of these. I think we use these even smaller screws, which is crazy. I think. Oh, they fell. Nice. Or this thing fell. Okay, come on. Just gotta, I guess I just gotta hold it in place. Oh yeah, okay. I guess that works, guys. I guess that works. Because Twitch is weird. Yeah, Twitch is weird. Oh my god. Come on. Here we go. Okay. I think this is how it's supposed to go. It seems to be coming together alright. I could probably just drop all these screws in now and then just do them as I'm going through. So is it safe to assume you guys all came from Garfield's streams, Garfield's chat, or whatnot? If so, how long have you guys been watching him? Because I know he's been at it for quite a while. On the grind. Okay, start screwing these guys in. Oh god, I lost where the screws are. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh no. Yeah, you guys came from his streams? Yeah, he's been streaming for a while. I remember his switch to PC really wasn't that long ago, though. Or, sorry, it felt like it wasn't that long ago, but it really was. Uh-oh. Did something fall? I hope not. Here we go, guys. We're getting closer. Oh. Maybe not. See, I don't know if these are doing anything. I guess we'll see if they all fall out, right? Okay, that guy's like not staying. Okay, they like, a lot of them fell out. Okay. What? What? Am I like, don't tell me I used the screws on the wrong side. I've been watching him for a long time. I can't remember when I started. Yeah. This is the first time watching someone build a keyboard, and it's very interesting and confusing. Yeah, I can understand that. Again, if you're confused about anything and you know how you have questions, like feel free to ask, and like I'll do my best to explain it. Oh my god, guys, I think I put the screws in the wrong side. Like, because apparently there's two types of screws, but one side you have to put on the front, and one side you guys are top, and the other one on the bottom, I think. It's the only thing that's making sense to me right now. But it's... I don't know how possible it is for me to redo all of it. Well, it's possible, but... No, I don't know. Shit like this, though, makes me lose my sanity. I wonder if it's going to make a difference, I guess. That's what I'm kind of wondering. I guess I'm gonna have to, right? Okay. Oh, man. Isn't this going to be fun? Okay. So we'll unscrew that guy, pull it out. And will this fit? If this doesn't fit, then I don't know what to do. Looks like it does. Yep, alright. So that guy's in. So then therefore, no way, I just did the same, okay. Okay. Well then I can at least put in this guy, right? Sorry guys, this must be really boring. There's no instructions, so like you kind of just gotta figure it out, you know? And just one of those times where you just kind of fuck, you know? You just kind of gotta do it over. And yeah, sorry, this is worse than switch lubing, I would argue. It's more mind numbing, I guess. Come on. Just want to get this guy out. Okay. Come on. This guy just does not want to come out. Just come out of the closet. Come on. Yeah, what? Yeah, this thing is not budging. Interesting. Oh. Okay. It's okay, I didn't drop it. But I'm gonna go bake a cake and hopefully the screws are in by the time I'm back. Okay. What time is it over there? It's almost 12. So I'm gonna bake a cake at 12. Hey man, it's your vacation. That's just funny to me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna bake a cake right now because I feel like it. More power to you. Honestly, I'm probably gonna bake some cookies, you know, after this, guys. After this keyboard stream. Let's see here. I've baked cookies at 4 a.m. before because I was bored. No, trust me, I do that too. I understand. I do that too. Just, you know, sometimes you're just bored, man. Sometimes you just gotta... You're a little bit hungry. You're a little bit bored. And cookies just sound good. Cookies always sound good. And you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna bake some cookies. Fuck it. I don't know how to bake a lot of things. I'm not a very good chef, but I'm gonna go to college soon, so I gotta learn something. learn some stuff. Can't, you know, I can make pasta, but anyone can, you know. So maybe like pork chops or something. What are college kid meals? It's not like instant noodles. You know, can't make dinosaur chicken nuggets every night or some shit. Come on. Screw in there. There we go. Now you're in there. Let's see, two more. Two more of the thick guys we gotta pull out. Yep. Go. Ooh, this guy's not really budging. There we go. Alright, now we can move on to the back screws. Wrap this up nicely. There we go. Let's see here, we got one more, I think. If that guy's secured, then it's no big deal. I think that's all of them. Nice. So you guys can see, so it's a polycarbonate plate, so it will flex a bit. Oh, I just heard a screw fall out. Just gotta make sure. Luckily I have extra screws here, but it flexes more than like a brass plate or something, because you know, obviously it's not made of metal, so and so again, that's going to make the sound deeper instead of higher pitched like a metal one or like a metal plate would. And yeah, I mean, so now we'll just put in the switches, put on the keycaps, and then the typing test. So I'll just dump the switches there, and it should be a pretty straightforward process. Should be. Look at that. I will say what's nice too about not having a metal plate is putting in the switches is a lot easier. Never mind, you're out of eggs. Well, it came just in time too. We're putting in the switches now. So again, when you're putting in switches too, good tip is to do the corners first, do the stabilizer or the mods as well. Be good. Just to have evened out pressure and stuff. It's like when you're screwing in something, and like unscrewing something as well by extension. Oh, you know what else is nice about having a polycarbonate plate too is when you pull out switches with a switch puller, like the scratches that you leave on the plate won't be as noticeable too. This guy's bent. Just fix it. Up arrow. Here we go. Putting in these switches. Yeah, when I have like metal plates though, like the tolerances are so tight, so it always fucking kills my thumb. On my Mark 65, so like the board that I had right here, throughout most of the stream, just in case I needed to type anything or look something up. that guy, the plate tolerance was so tight that like when I had switch films on the inside, it wouldn't the switches wouldn't fit into the plate. But when I took out the films, it worked fine. And so it was just like it was so tight. And like I remember I didn't finish the build on stream because I just wasn't able to put in the switches after trying for like over an hour. Because I didn't realize at the time that it was due to the switch films. Okay. Get this fucking switch pulling. It's a tight tolerance there, but not that bad. Interesting. I don't know if that's due to the switch or the plate. It's like that. But pull that guy out, yeah. Here. And I'm gonna make sure this guy's all the way down to where it is. So maybe it was due to the switch. No, it's just there. Interesting. It's a little bit misaligned. We'll have to mess with that though. Them clicks. I know. Again, it's just when you're wrapping up, when you're finishing the board, when you know that you're just that so close to the finish line, dude, it's always just such a satisfying thing. Like, I know I'm going to enjoy putting on those keycaps. And of course, yeah, we'll run the typing test and all that stuff. There we go. That was a tight boy. Didn't have to put in that much force for the other ones. There we go. Yeah, but I know whenever you start your custom board, I would I would love to help you pick the parts and stuff, and help you if you answer any questions if you have any and all that stuff. So, feel free to ask whenever you do get around to starting your build. Just want people to get into the hobby and stuff. It's always really cool. Look at this, guys. Ooh-wee. It's a shame he went to bed. I didn't think Garfield would go to bed this early. I mean, it's, I know it's 1 o'clock, like 1 o'clock his time or something like that, but I don't know. If I knew that he wouldn't be able to stay up quite this late, then I would have started earlier, but it's okay. It's too late now, so not much we can do. I wondered just how silent the silent tactile board will be. Because linear is already, or like a silent tactiles. I feel like are inherently they're going to be less silent than like a linear silent switch, just because there is that bump, right? You're just gonna hear it eventually, but it's gasket mount too, and it's got all this foam, so I'm just wondering how will it sound? Very interesting. Of course, I'll have to test the PCB, make sure that would be the worst, is if we finished all this and then there's like the PCB's broken. I don't think KBD fans would have that bad of a quality control thing, but you never know. Let me just straighten out this pin real quick. Pretty simple. You just get a pair of tweezers and you just straighten it. It's that simple. So again, bent pins are by no means the end of the world. You just straighten the pin and put them in. It's that easy. There we go. There we go. A couple more switches to do. That guy in there. Very underrated Twitch streamer and YouTuber. Thank you, dude. I appreciate those words, cause, you know, I'm like I'm not like, oh yeah, like I care about the numbers a lot or whatnot, but like I do care about like what I put out, you know. Like I'm proud of what I'm proud of what I put out, and like I care a lot about what I put out and stuff. Not so much about the numbers, so like I've never cared about that. But when people say those things about the stuff that I post, I really do appreciate it. It makes me happy. So thank you for that. I would die if it wouldn't work. God. You're telling me? I've been building it for 3 hours now. You're telling me you're Garfield, bro. Like, shit. I'd be the one to go be like, yo, Garfield, the keyboard's broken. Like, fuck, dude, I don't want to tell him that. Oh, this guy's a little bit tight, huh? Oh, this guy's tight. This guy doesn't want to go in. What's going on? None of the pins are bent. Or anything like that. Ah, damn. What? Oh. Oh god, I'm working up a little sweat trying to put that thing in. Seems to be the tolerance around, just specifically around this area, because it's this switch as well. Which makes me wonder why they won't fit properly. Oh, well, that guy's bent, so I should probably straighten him. Another bent pin. Oh, we're so close. Come on. Why doesn't it want to fit? Like, what? None of the pins are bent still, it's just not going in. Like, what? Is it like the tolerance? Hey. Or what? I just don't know. And that switch is just not suited properly. I wonder if we unscrew this for now, just to loosen it up a bit. I don't know if that would make a difference at all. Ah, man, what? It's a little confusing. The other switches went in just fine. I actually don't know what's going on right now with this switch. This one's just not fitting, and I don't know why. It's not like sliding in as properly. It's like not that, it's not misaligned to a large degree. It's like, I don't know why this would be an issue. There we go. I think that's... Just move the plate forward a bit. Try to get it to line up with it. Oh! This is hard. This is hard, guys. Oh... There's only this guy right here. Because it's not like, it's not fully seated. It doesn't look that bad on, like, I don't know if you guys can see that at all. It's this guy right here. It's not quite fully seated. First, here, let's make sure that it's functional at the very least. So, we'll plug in Garfield's cable. A little unfortunate he's not here, but we'll have to do it. So we'll plug it in. Okay. Of all things, will it become a problem? I don't know. I think the only scenarios where it becomes a problem are if the PCB doesn't pick it up because one of the pins isn't fully inserted into the hot swap socket, or the keycaps are misaligned because it's not properly seated. Ooh, RGB! Okay. Turn that guy on. That's not what I wanted. Oh fuck, I don't have a keyboard plugged in, guys. Oh. Okay. Key. No. Oh, wait, I pressed the same thing. Okay. It would just be so much easier if we just plugged in a keyboard. Wouldn't that be? Keyboard, there we go. There we go. I think the K key was not properly put in. So, pretty much we're testing the PCB, so you know what, we gotta see which keys register and which ones don't. So it seems like the K has not registered yet, so we'll have to check the pins on that one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. The 7. Escape works, caps lock works, tab, shift, control, Windows, alt, alt again, control again, arrows, shift again, bottom row, V, enter, and then page down, and no function key has been mapped on this yet. I might have to map that for him later. Okay, so this key is messed up, and then there's the K and 7 that we'll have to check. So I just want to make sure this one's 7. Check the pins real quick. I think this was 7. Yes, it was. So here again, the pin was bent. That's why it wasn't working. So all you have to do, just get a pair of tweezers and then straighten it again. And it shouldn't present any more problems once you put it in properly. So same case will be with the K, which I really hope this is the K. Shot in the dark here. Aye! The switch! Ow! Okay. Yeah, again, another pin bent. Just happens when you put them in hot swap sockets. It's my bad, but yeah, it just kind of happens. The RGB actually shines pretty good through the keycap, or through these switches too, because they got like milky housings or whatnot. So K works. Still nothing from 7. Did I bend it again? Yeah, nothing from 7 again. I bent it again, guys. I'm an idiot. I bent the pin again after reinserting it. Okay, come on. Third time's the charm, guys. Third time's the charm. Straightening this is kind of difficult now. There we go. Upwards, and then... Sorry, I was doing it off the camera. But I'm trying to bend back the pin. It's just, I kind of, since I bent it, like, I bent it on the initial insert, and then I put it back in, and then I bent it there again. So now it's like extra bent. But I think this should be good. So, you know, semi-straight. I just can't fuck it up on this one here. Come on. Yay! 7 works. Okay. So now I just gotta fix this key here, the right bracket. And that was the one that wasn't properly inserted. Because I guess it's like, once I press it once, it registers it like a ton, you know? And we don't want that. So I don't really know. Come on. Don't really know what it wants me to do to fix that. Maybe if I take out this switch here. It's a really tight tolerance. Ooh, this plate. Tight tolerance. These guys are really stuck in there. Really don't want to damage the switch. Oh my god. Getting these guys out is really something. I just want to put on the keycaps. I've never had this problem before. So it bothers me right now that I'm having it. There we go. So maybe I can put this in better. If this is like not preventing it from going in. Maybe. I just need it to click in with the plate. But even so, I'll just unscrew it, add a little more flex maybe. Oh my god. Come on. It's not quite seated in there. I just don't know why. Yeah, because I don't, like, I know you guys said you could see it, but it's seated a little bit more out than the rest of them, if you can see that. Kind of. This guy right here. It's sticking out a little bit more than we'd like it to. It's not really going in properly, and I kind of at a loss as to why. Because again, the pins aren't being bent at all. So it's not like, it doesn't feel like it's that misaligned. I don't know. And I don't see why it would be at like leveled, why it would be leveled differently or anything like that. Okay. Well, I think that's kind of sufficient. Did I get it in there? Not quite yet. Not quite. Yeah, so like the front half of the switch isn't properly in there, and it messes up how the switch is actuated. So now we're at a point where the back of the switch is properly seated, but not the front. I don't know if I can show that very well. It's probably hard to tell, but it's a little bit tilted. And see how the switch is like halfway pressed right now? That's the problem, is that because the switch is like so awkwardly seated, only half this, it's like going in halfway. And I just wonder what... Okay, by pressing in the switch here, I just popped out another one. Which, whatever. I'm just trying to get this guy in. Like, not that it's a super important switch, but, you know, I can't just have a switch not seated properly. Oh, that's just stressing me out. I mean, I guess if it's going down normally... Let me test it. If it's registered a million times. think it is registered 1,000,000 times still. Yeah. What? And that's not switch specific? That's just... I don't see how it would be the PCB though. Or like a technical thing, if that makes sense. Like, if anything, it would just be a... like a measurement thing. Like, they just messed up the measurements. I really hope that's not the case, though. And, like... The slots don't look that misaligned, too. Yeah. It's really frustrating. I'm sorry if you guys are still there. It's just I don't... I don't know. I mean, maybe if we assemble it and stuff and it's like more firm, then like maybe I'll be able to get it in there. I really hope that's the case, because I don't know what else I would be able to do. Pretty much though, this is the foam that will go on the inside. See, there's like the little slots for the hot swap sockets that are kind of sticking out a little bit along the back of the PCB. So we'll just put it in like that. And so, if as you guys can see too, there's a little bit of give when we're typing, and that's supposed to create more of a deeper sound, I guess, when there's like a little bit of give. You guys can see that. Maybe I'll press a little harder. I don't know if you guys can see that, probably not, but there's that bit of give, and then we'll just close the housing here. Again, I think if I sandwich it properly and it's really firm, maybe the switch will fit. Let's see here. No, it's still causing problems, and I just fail to understand how this is an issue. I wonder if I have to like file any of this, you know? Oof, that's not a pleasant sound to anyone's ears. If I did, that would be horrible, and I would just do that off stream. But say we just assemble this for now. So what's happening? So I'm trying to... There's a little bit of a misalignment issue somewhat. So let me move all these screws out of the way real quick. A little bit of a misalignment issue because it seems like the PCB or the plate or something isn't aligned properly on this right bracket key. Oops, I forgot it's not screwed in yet. And so for that reason, the switch isn't fully seated. It's not being fully seated into the PCB in the plate. And when it's it's kind of half seated, and because of that, whenever you press on the key, it has multiple inputs and kind of presses it infinitely, you know? And I don't know. So what I might try is just screwing it in and hoping that maybe because it's firmer and stuff, the tolerances will be it'll be straightened out, I guess. Maybe. I mean, it's when I'm putting in the switch though, none of the pins are being bent. So I don't know what's preventing me from being able to put the switch into the plate. I think it's maybe just the top isn't kind of needs to be filed or something. That's the only thing that I can really think of, but even that's a stretch. I don't know if that's gonna solve the problem, and I don't know why. Sorry, I'm gonna block this webcam real quick. I'm trying to shove this in. think I did, guys. Let's try it. Please work. Please. Okay, it's fixed. Oh. Oh my god. If anyone's there, please pog in the chat. The keyboard build is saved. If that didn't work, I don't know what I would have done. Oh. Guys, my mood has been just like saved too. My mental was so chalked just a few seconds ago. It was really just guys, my mental was so chalked. Oh. Okay. Now we will begin to screw this in. We'll close up the case and we'll put on the keycaps. And then you guys can also help me choose where the artisans go. Oh my god. I don't know what would cause that problem with the Switch. I really don't. I'm gonna go ahead and close that display capture. Oh my god. It's really had me scared there, guys. I'm like, guys, will I really be able to finish? Because what I would have had to do is I would have had to like take off all the switches and then like put that one switch on and then do the rest, or file the plate, and I would have done all that off stream, and I would have had to call it there, and you guys wouldn't have been able to see the keycaps or anything like that. Tsunami loves screwing keyboards. Apparently, dude. Fuck, it's so much better than what I was just doing. Is everything okay? Dude, I was losing my shit. It is now. Yeah, thank God. The build has been saved. It was really... Dude, okay, so the issue is that the right bracket key switch wasn't, like, fitting properly, and we were just having... I was losing my shit. I really thought the keyboard build was like... The stream would have been chalked, because I would have been able to fix it if I disassembled it entirely and, like, you know, like, done, like, some more hardcore modifications, but I didn't... I really didn't want to do that, because then that would have meant I had to cancel the stream, or, like, end the stream, and no one else would have been able to, you know, see it. Down bad. We were down bad. Thankfully, you know, the worst of it's over, and now we're just screwing back together the case, dude. I couldn't sleep. We're so close. I'm happy that you're still awake, because then we get to put on the keycaps. I was gonna have chat help me decide where the artisans were going, since you weren't awake, but now that you're here, you can also help. Had to lower my monitors and fix my camera and set up and brush your teeth. Fix his lighting. I feel like the lighting thing wouldn't be as relevant if it's at nighttime, unless you have like your windows closed and stuff. Sometimes plates get miscut, or hot salt sockets get fucked up. Gladly adapted. Yeah, I know, right? I think it was the plate. I think it was a plate issue, if anything, which is ironic too, because like polycarb plates should be harder to mess up. Guys, look at this! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's fully screwed. And now, oh, now, whoa, the fun part. Trust outside light on a camera is awful since it's across the room. I believe you. Okay. I think it's fully screwed in. It's all firm. Now. Keycaps. This goes down here. Okay. Okay. Garfield, since you're here as well, you can help me pick where you want what. So also I'll just read this real quick. I don't know if I think someone with a lot of Japanese characters followed. Thank you very much. Can't read that. I apologize. And Sanity TV, thank you for the follow, man. Would you be mad if I broke into your house and stole this keyboard? Yes, very much. So, okay. Garfield, so I'm gonna start putting on like the alphas, so that includes like the WASD and stuff. But you know, let me know if you want, like, for example, there's like the yellow enter here, and then there's also this, like, it's a Jacqueline, I think. Deep search if you want that, or you would rather have this blue Belafonte enter key or something, like any of these novelties. Like, feel free to mention some specifics here. We also have these novelties here, or these artisans as well. So I'll just start putting on some of these keys and stuff, and you know, if anyone has suggestions or whatnot. Hear me, I'm very sleepy. Off meds, so I'll probably fall asleep watching you. Okay. You and chat can do whatever you want. I believe you guys can make it look good. Okay. Trusting chat with it? Okay, okay. You know, don't blame me if something goes horribly wrong. Yeah. These are silent. Wow. I don't even know if you guys can hear that. It's 10 mg, but it hits like a truck. Oh, you're talking about them. Okay. Let's add a penis. Yeah, why don't we draw a penis on the keycaps, guys? Wouldn't that be great? How's the bump? It's nice. It's more than I thought it would be, given it was a tactile like silent switch, because like silent switches tend to be, you know, I mean it has dampening, so it might, you know, might not sound as tactile as one might expect. But it was actually more than I thought, which is good. I mean, it'll really be up to you as to whether or not you like it, right? Oh yeah, we'll put on the yellow arrows for sure. I feel like that's a must. Low key. Look at that though, the yellow matches well, guys. Don't you guys think? Hooey. Look at that. Matches pretty well. Hog, good bump. Yes, indeed. There is definitely a bump, but you won't hear it, right? The chat won't have to hear it every time you're playing games, which is nice. Hear me out. Put the cat paw on the escape, and the tall cat escape. The tall cat one on the far right, top right corner, and the black ice on the W. Black ice on the W. My only concern with the black ice on the W is the height difference, right? So if we're looking at like a WASD key, like there's a height difference, so it wouldn't really work. It would be kind of weird. You guys see that? So I don't think black ice on the W key would work unless, you know, Garfield wants his index or middle finger to be significantly higher than the other ones. We can try the other ones though. Put cat paw on Windows, black ice on escape, tall cat in the top right. Black ice on Windows. I don't. Well, I'm not trying to shut down people's ideas here, guys. I just want to make that clear. The black ice key though is too small, right? Because when we get a Windows key, you know, if we get like the system key, I guess, right? Or we get one of the yellow ones, it's supposed to be wider to fit the aesthetic, unless we want a big gap, you know? So I would suggest we put the novelties somewhere along this right side row. That's what I would suggest. Or the escape key as well, like you guys suggested, is a good one too. Black ice on escape. Okay, we'll do black ice on escape. We'll see how it looks. We can mess with the different stuff, guys. You know. But yeah, see how it's taller than It's quite a lot taller than those other keys. So we want him to still be able to use the keyboard. We can't just, you know. It's not just a showpiece, as nice as it is. Also, again, this fits. I would say this fits Garfield's aesthetic very well too. Okay, and so for the yellow keys, guys, what are we thinking here? Because we want a nice blend of yellow and blue here. So we have I'll hold it up to y'all. We got or like the blue ones as well. So we got like this weird Z pattern things. We got like this. This is like a life buoy thing, whatever you call them. When you throw them onto the water and we use to float on them. This little gun here for some reason. There's some anchors, dolphins. It says Jacqueline Deep Search. There's B black box, a red Z. It says Belafonte in blue there. How big is the cat paw? The cat paw is like a normal sized kind of like in terms of it's not used for like Windows keys or something. It's again one of these like side ones. What do we think about like? Oh wow, this is a really tall one. Let's say maybe something like that. Me reading JoJo Part 6 while watching key builds is great. Dude, I really want to watch JoJo's Part 6. I'm very excited for the next season. Is there a yellow caps lock? I don't think so. No. But I believe no, it doesn't quite fit. No, there's no yellow caps lock, so we'll have to use a normal caps lock. Go. I think I think we can use a yellow tab if we wanted to. I think. I don't know how good that'd look. What I'm trying here. Sorry, I should have showed you guys this too. This is all blue, and then these two trays here that I have in front of me are the rest of what we have. Yellow shift on both sides. Let's do we have well, we can we fit the shift? Or is that too small? Is that too small? Let me check the width on the smaller shift. Where is it? I don't even know if we would have one for the left side anyways. Oh yeah, that could work for the left side. The right side would have a little bit of a gap though. Here, I'll show you guys. Here, I'll just show you what it looks like. It look like that, but like here, let me get the other keys to like show you how big the gap would be. Because I don't know if it'd be something he'd want or not. Compared to this, was this supposed to be it? No. Wait, what was the smaller shift? This was it. Wait, maybe these are the same size. No, they're definitely not. This is supposed to be like the standard shift size. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of that colorway? Also, I'll just start putting on the normal stuff too, and then we can like make changes as needed. That'd probably be better, so that we can kind of see what's going on. This is the tall guy. Wow. You just can't hear it. It's so quiet. You just can't. It's silent. Where's the space bar? Oh, it's right here. I'm actually blind. Let's see here. Yellow Windows key? We can totally do that. It won't be a specific Windows key, but it can be any of these. It can be the buoy, it can be the dolphin, it can be the anchor. So I mean, let me know what you guys think. I'll show you guys what I was thinking too. Actually, before we start that, what I was thinking was we keep this right side kind of yellow themed. So here, I'll show you guys what I was thinking. There we go. Okay. So what I was thinking was we keep this left side blue, And then what we would do is we'd use the novelty enter here. And then we would use, what would be good ones? Maybe the anchor and the buoy. Ooh, the dolphin would look better. We like dolphins. This is what I was thinking. Of course, it's of course subject to change via suggestions from chat. But like something like this. This is what I was thinking. Kind of yellow on the right, and then we keep the left side blue. We gotta use the dolphin because dolphins are epic. They are epic. This kind of switches a little bit stuck. I'll have to mess with that. Or is it because of the plate? I feel like a little color on the left, so maybe Windows is a yellow anchor and yellow shift. Okay. We'll have a look-see. I'm gonna pull these guys out too. I feel like there's a little bit of... Oh, it's just really tight. Because there's not a lot of room for this keycap puller. Here, maybe I have to pull out another switch in order to get this one out. There's just no room for the wire to get in. There we go. I just kind of got to do it like that. A little janky. Oh, that is a tight... Oh, because of the gaskets, I see. Okay. I'll have to mess with that later. Okay. This guy out. And the Windows key. What do we want? The dolphin or the anchor, you said? Yellow anchor. Let's see here. Okay. Yellow anchor. I think was this one the one that fit? No, a little too wide. Yes. Nope. Too wide. Oh, the yellow anchor's here. Okay, we'll have to pull this one out. Boop. Oh my, it's so tight. There we go. Yellow anchor. Yellow shift. Okay, so I'll move this jackal in to the left, and then we can do... What do we think? I feel like if we were to do any yellow on the side, God, I wonder if are there enough of these guys? If we want to do any yellow on the side, then I'd say we have this entire bottom left in yellow, and so we would remove these two yellow keys and make these blue, and then we'd move and we put them here. That's what I think. If we wanted to put yellow on the left. I'll sure we'll have a look at what it. We'll see what it looks like. Because it does look a little weird that it's just like the only yellow piece, you know. Yeah, it's so tight. The board, like I can't get this wire like in between the keycap and the case. Which I mean isn't, I guess it's not a bad thing, but okay, so anchor and then dolphin goes in the far left. Something like that. And then these ones would be blue, so it's an alt and control, I believe. That's what it's mapped to. So it'd be like that. And then, would we want a blue enter then? Maybe a blue enter. And then like that maybe? You know? And then these would be yellow, but this little gasket strip is kind of in the way. Like it's not... poorly applied. I'll have to mess with that later, but... Yellow up and rest blue? Wait, what do you mean? Yellow up and rest blue? I'm a little bit confused as to what you mean by that. Oh yeah, we should plug it in too. I wonder, is this QMK or VIA? Ooh. I gotta check to see if this is QMK or VIA. D65. QMK or VIA. Ooh, this cat thing is so big. I don't know if I can get used to it. I don't know if it's. I don't know if the D65 is QMK or VIA. You like it like this? Yeah. Hold up. KBD fans. So I'm just gonna check because then if I can mess with the RGB lighting, then I will. Because having this like wave, I kind of don't like. PCB, blah blah blah. Switches. They're just pictures. Oh my god, how many renders are there? Typing angle. Blah blah blah. Control F QMK. No. VIA. No. How is this programmable then? I wonder. Love the chunky cat. It's something to get used to for sure. Just cause when I like reach for the backspace and stuff, sometimes like it's so tall that like my fingers might hit it. I don't know if that's like something it's just a learning curve or whatnot. And then also I'll have to like remove some of the foam on the right side just because it has some interference with these two keys right above the enter key. But other than that, I mean, here we are, dude. I'll have to look up how to mess with the RGB too, because I gotta figure out via what like service they use to program it, like if it's like QMK or VIA or whatnot. Looks perfect like that though. That's good. Hope you like it. This is Garfield's keyboard. We'll do a quick typing test as well. And then all that other stuff that I was talking about, I'll just do off stream and stuff because that stuff's really boring. And also, like, I'll probably like bake some cookies or something first. But make this quick. Let me get a wrist rest real quick because it always helps me type faster. I always do recommend wrist rest. Just because, at least in my experience, I just prefer it a lot. I don't know why. I guess I just like I type faster with it. It's good for your wrist as well. But here, let me pull it up. I wonder, is this the color that I want to do? Here, let me show you guys the display capture. Theme, let's see here. Ooh, Sweden themed, I guess. That's more yellow than orange. I'll also make it just a little bit taller. See, the RGB is like flashing so much that it's like it can't figure out what to look at. Hold on, let me just look at D65 lighting controls. Oh my god. DVD fans, D65 lighting controls. Oh, it's QMK, so that I'd have to flash it. Wait, is there a function? No. Also, who did you get the cat paw from? So if you go on Etsy, so I think all of these, almost all of these, was the cat paw from Etsy or KBD fans, Garfield? Was it the paw that you asked for? Yeah. I think I think both of these were from Etsy, actually. I think all of these artisan keycaps were from Etsy. Also, I really hate how this camera's like failing to focus because the RGB light's like fucking with it a lot. Look at that, guys. That will actually give people motion sickness. Okay. I'll deal with the lighting another time, but for now we'll just type this shit up, you know? No? Hope you guys can see that. Oh, wait. I forgot. I'm gonna crank up the gain, so kind of prepare yourself. Alright, this is the second part of the ASMR keyboard build stream. I'm gonna aim the microphone towards the keyboard so you guys can have a listen. Don't want nothing to fall over. Hope you guys can see that okay. Not bad, 80, 89. We can do better, I know we can. This is the first time typing on it. Ooh, 102 second try. Let's go, boys. Second try. So easy. I hope you guys were able to hear it okay, because it is quite quiet. I will say that silent switches do like amaze me. Like they're so much quieter than like I expect. I will say. Alright, possible ask you. Looks sexy, good stuff. I'm going to bed now. How many times has Garfield said goodnight to us, guys? This is the third time. How long until Garfield returns, saying, you know, that he couldn't sleep? Have a good night. I hope you were happy with the aesthetic of this keyboard. Guys, this is it. This is the Garfield key, boys. Look at this beauty. And of course, we'll give him all the keycaps, so if he decides to mess around with it, change it up a little bit, you know, that's totally fine. That's the beauty of it. He can choose whatever he wants to do with it. Got the custom cable, D65, gasket mount, GMK keycaps, Boba U4 Silent Tactile switches. And thank you guys for your help on helping decide what we want. Oh, or like choosing the novelties and stuff where we wanted each piece to go. I think it turned out very well. But I think that's going to conclude. Thank you, Arkstar. I think that's going to conclude the keyboard build stream. So again, I'd just like to thank you guys for being here while I was building it, you know, talking and stuff. I don't know if it's scratchy, that's just what the U4 silent sound like. Yeah, so like that noise that you hear, that's like the, like, how do I put it? I mean, that's just the sound of the dampener, because they have dampeners on the sliders, so it's you know, it's bottoming out and topping out. Plus, the Gazoo lubing thing is supposed to take time to, I guess, like spread out and stuff. So, you know. And I don't think. No, I don't think it's also a partially as well. It's like a tactile switch as well, and it's not so much of a. It doesn't feel quite as rounded. It's a little bit more sharp, so also probably why. But yeah, thank you guys for being here during the stream. It's always great. Just like having people to talk to and stuff while I'm building these, because they do take a long time, but it's always fun just building them and talking to people and stuff. And I hope you know, you guys became a little bit more interested, or you guys a little more informed. But I will probably be building another keyboard either early next week or this weekend, like late this weekend. But until then, you guys have a good night. So I'll see you guys around.